Hi, hello, good morning, good morning. Hello. Can you tell I'm eating breakfast still? Um, are you guys okay if I eat some breakfast? I'm like halfway through it. I'm eating my healthy-ish breakfast. Is like this healthy bread. The crunchy stuff, the crunchy like Rivita stuff. Yeah. Like, okay. Prepare for crunch. And then while I crunch, I want to ask, how are you? How are you? How are you this morning? Let's take and go. Yeah. See, real crunchy. You're still breathing? That's good. That's good. Heck yeah. I'm doing better now that you guys are here. Yo. Wow, how have I been? Good. I've been trying to look after myself. Question is, are you looking after yourselves? So I'm gonna keep crunching. Do you ever like take a bite of something and then midway decide, maybe I don't want to take a bite this big. Your mouth's like open and you're like, actually reverse beep 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 beep. And yeah. Oh. Past the point where you've already committed to the bite, but luckily no one's watching my, well, you guys are watching, but you know, you can't see the food, so heh. Hello. Hello. Wow. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I like got up and I like woke up with my alarm and I was like, I'm gonna go bathroom. But no, bathroom occupied. So then I went back to bed. And then that delayed my morning routine, and thus I'm eating breakfast with you guys as opposed to eating a bit earlier. Yeah, ちょっと待って. Why would we ban you for telling me that I have a beautiful voice slash accent? Yeah. Hi, ありがとう. Hi. Oh, and guess what? I slept with the window open last night. Ooh, I might be dumb. I woke up, bit cold, nose blocked, throat dry. I was like, oh no, I messed up. Ooh, I don't know what I thought. I was like, I could open it and then like, I don't know, midway in the night, I can just like wake up and close it. No, turns out I was asleep all night. Like what normally is during the night, so. I imagine there's like, what'd you call it? Some fancy thing where, you know, like you can set like ACs and TVs to like turn off after a timer. I need a window version. You saw my clip about marriage? I have a good point. Yo, little Elia was wiser than her years, right? For those wondering, what's the marriage clip? It's about when I was like, I suppose in year 2. I didn't know what marriage was. And our class 2 teacher was getting married. And I was like, the heck is that? And then someone explained to me, it's like, you love someone, and they love you. And I was like, oh, what do you mean by love someone? And then it was like, you know, they're like your person, your one person. And I was like, okay, there's like heckin' billions and billions of people in the world. You're telling me one person picks one person and that person picks that person back? What are the chances? That's impossible. Statistically terrible. And I was like really, really impressed that my teacher was getting married. But yeah, year 2 Elliot, whew. Yeah, year 2, by the way, is like British, like grades. How old would I have been? Like 6 or 7, I think. It was like the whole idea of like soulmates, you know? But like, there are billions of people. How are you supposed to find your soulmate? That's why I was always so confused by the whole soulmate stuff. I was like, be heckin' hard, yo. You want me to, like, currently there's like 8 billion people? And you want me to find one? Oh my gosh, it's a read! Your streamer went to get milk? Wait, you are the streamer! Hello, Carbon. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. Hello. What do you mean your stream? Yo, guys. The streamer went to get milk, but meet there. I'm not even kidding. I'm drinking a glass of milk. Like, I'm straight up got a glass of milk right here. Like, my breakfast. I'm eating breakfast right now. And I have a glass of milk. And my, like, Ryvita heckin' thingamajiggy. So, if you guys need milk, you're in the right place. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I actually have milk. Cause like, I don't normally have a glass of milk, but I'll have it like breakfast. So if you caught me like, I don't know, in like 5-6 minutes, this milk wouldn't be here. But yeah, no, I've already got the milk. I have it right here. You can't see it because I don't have my hand cam set up. Like normally, I'd slap it up in the hand cam and show you my milk. But you're just gonna have to imagine my milk instead. Yeah, but welcome on in. My name is Elias Stellaria. I'm a British VTuber and a goose honk honk honk. I'm so sorry if anyone has misophonia. Please close your ears if that's possible. I'm eating like something really crunchy. It's called Ryvita. It's like a British, I think it's rye bread, but it's very crunchy. So my apologies. Although, what was it? I saw a weird video where someone some kid was folding their ear on itself. And I was like, whoa, is that possible? Like, no, it's not the milk that's crunchy. No, ew. Wow, my model's so pretty. Thank you. Arigato. Yeah, no, it's normal. I actually have a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola right next to me. So, I'm ready to drink that after I finish my milk. Now prepare to potentially be impressed by the tracking it does when I eat. Because when I eat, I don't know why it tracks eating so well. So like, what the heck? You can see you could count the amount of chews I'm doing. Like, literally each chew. But okay, data collected. You could do like a behavioral analysis study on me eating and how many bites I take or chews per thing. The only thing you're missing is the size of my bite, but you can probably estimate that based on the hand cam food streams. Ooh, You want me to mix the Coke and the milk? I've done that before. It tastes disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't know if Pepsi's any better, because I heard Pilk is a thing. I don't know if anyone actually likes Pilk. But, I wanted to try it, but I don't have Pepsi. So I tried it with cola, and it's not good. It's not good. But if I think about it, it's not too different from, have you guys had it was like American, like a Coke float, where it's like cola but with the ice cream on top, right? Ice cream isn't too far from milk, and then it kind of melts into the cola, so like it's not that far off, right? You get carbonated milk? Oh no, if you carbonate milk, it gets instantly spoiled. Oh, okay, no carbonated milk. Okay, good. That scared me. Almost as much as carbonated plain sparkling water. Like, okay, so on my way back from Japan the other day, I had stopped by Sweden and stayed overnight waiting for my flight to England, and I booked this like little hotel, and it felt like such a waste because like I arrived like really late at night and I had to leave really early. But yeah, beside the point, it had like, you know, in hotels give you like free stuff. It has like, you know, tea, coffee, and it had these 2 bottles of water. I said the stupid like in line, bottle of water. I had these 2 bottles. Yeah, it's fundamental to the story for me to say this. Okay. It had these bottles of water, and I went to have one because I was really like thirsty. No, heckin' sparkling water. I was like, what in the plains? Why did they give me bottles of plain sparkling water? So then I thought, well, they gave me 2. So maybe the second one is sparkling. Wait, maybe one is sparkling, one is still. Guess what? I opened up the second one. It was also sparkling. I was like, they're messing with me. I think they're messing with me. They're heckin' messing with me, yo. It tastes like TV static. It's got like an acidity to it. And yeah, I was taking, I think it's more popular in Europe. But you're looking for a stream? Oh, please said you were looking for a stream for the noms. I was like, if you're looking for noms, you're in the right place. I'm heckin' nomming. Asian otaku guy, arigato. With the 3 months in tier 1, thank you. You're so spread out. No. I'm sorry, I'm almost done. This is genuinely like such a big thing for me to eat something so crunchy on stream. Because like I'm someone that used to always get told off for like making noises when I eat, like any kind of noise. That's why I had to learn how to eat really slow and silently. Because my dad has really bad misophonia and can't take the noise. So yeah, part of me has like this instinct of like, don't shout at me, don't be mad at me. So yeah, I have like I can feel like if I had a heart rate monitor, you could see my heart rate like increase, like. Asian otaku guy, thank you for being a goose, honk. Hey, plain sparkling water is the biggest selling carbonated drink in Sweden. That is wild. What? Why? I respect other people's opinions, though. Do not feel attacked if you like sparkling water. I'm just intrigued by why you like it, I guess. Okay, it's 2 bites because I thought they'd be too big. But Wah. Okay, now it's 1 more bite. Hi. Wow. Sparkling water is just cola without flavor. No. Actually, yeah, it's the base, right? Because if you ever, there's machines you get in like, what you call them? They're like fast food places where they got like the syrup and the sparkling coming out at the same time. Is that what it is? Is it just like sparkling-ish water plus syrup? Oh. Oh wait, I should do this elegantly. Wait. How do we be elegant? Yeah, that's better. Oh my gosh, much better, much better. That's the stuff. Hi. And then. Okay, like, I'm about to run out of milk. So for those here for milk, I'm about to run out of milk. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I'm gonna drink it. all. No, yeah, the saddest thing is when you go to like a fast food place and you order a drink and what you call it? The syrup thing's messed up. You know, like the balance is off and you can like just taste it and you're like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with my fizzy drink. Like, the ratio's all off. It's happened so many times. It's actually happened so many times. Yeah, we're out of milk. Time to start the Coke. Heck yeah. You forgot how big I am? Ah, you mean my big personality. Hi. I forget too. It's usually covered by goose. We drink. Okay, and then BAM! We prefer goose over big personality though, right guys? Goose over big personality any day. Blue, green, or red milk? Okay, that question is very dependent on which country you're in. If we're talking England, the blue milk. If we're talking another country, I think the colors are swapped, which is really annoying. I think it's, what's it? In Japan, I think the red was whole milk. I don't know. I like whole milk. Blue is whole milk, green is semi-skinned, and red is like the other end. Like, yeah, those are like the 3 options you have in England. And it's usually the color of the cap that you're looking at, and yeah, I like the blue cap. Yeah, the red one's just like white water. It's basically like, how creamy do you want your milk? Red is whole milk in the that's so messed up. Why is it the opposite? America, nande, or England, like nande? Why? It had to be the heckin' opposite, didn't it? Like, no, I can't. Oh my gosh. I bet there's been people that just like have come to England, not bothered to read the milk, picked up the red milk, thinking this is gonna be the whole milk, and it's literally the other end. It's literally the like 0.5%. Like, ugh. And I bet they're probably like, oh my gosh, British milk sucks. Yada. Hi. Oh, you know what's interesting though? In Japan, I went to Hokkaido, and one of my goals, which I spent like 2 days tracking down for some, I don't know why I had so much trouble finding it. I wanted to find some good old Hokkaido milk because that's one of the things it's like known for. But then I forgot I'm actually pretty milk privileged, because as you might have been able to guess from my accent, I'm from like more of the countryside, farmer side of England, where like I can get super fresh milk. Like I can get super fresh, super good milk normally. So when I tried the Hokkaido milk, I was like, tastes like the milk I have at home. Like genuinely, the milk where I used to live, you could get it so fresh. They had what's it? They had these like vending machines where you could bring like your own like bottle to get like milk dispensed from. I never tried it because it was like raw milk, and I was like, the heck is that? Ew, what the heck? Or like, I don't know, do other countries do this? I never looked it up. Do you guys have, like, milkmen? Actually, yeah, no, that's a thing, right? Milkmen are a thing. Like, the people that, like, would deliver milk in the morning. I don't know if they exist anymore. But they used to exist in England. Or I don't know if they still exist. Like, they would, like, drop off... Wait, milkmen had them until the 1970s? Oh, I think England had them till, like, mid-2000s or 2010 or wait, I need to look this up. Like, there's still a couple. I think you get them in like more local places. Does England still have milkmen? Absolutely. The iconic British milkman and his trusty float. Not the... Wait, the float? No! No! Not the float! I hated the... I assume when it's saying about the float, I think I know what it's chatting about. And if it's the thing I think, then I don't like it. Wait, is it the crate? Okay, then it's not the thing I'm thinking of. Wait, let me go back to that article. Let me go back to that article. The real SCP, the Milkman. Dude, what is this picture? Oh my god, we're just gonna dive into some... Oh, milk floats. What's a milk float? Let's see. Dang, I feel like they can make a whole heckin' anime out of Milkman. Because, like, I'm reading this, and it's like... Okay, let me read this to you. The milkman's journey started with a horse and cart, and a whole load of locally produced fresh milk bottled up in a glass. Clinking and clopping around the local communities, the milkman would provide the dairy in exchange for cash left on the doorstep in a returnable bottle that they'd cleaned to be reused time and time again. When World War II blasted Britain, the milkmen emerged as icons of dependability. The familiar clink of bottles on the daily round helped bring a thread of normality during extraordinary times. Along with being invited in for tea, milkmen looked after pets when families were away and helped keep the community safe by deterring night crime. Amongst all the chaos and danger, the locals knew they could count on them to deliver. The milkmen simply did what they had to do. They kept calm and carried on. What? Like, that sounds like an anime plot. Yeah. Yo, straight up, it's gonna be like that time was it Salaryman reincarnated as a World War II milkman? Like, what do you mean deterring crime? Excuse me. A pet sitter? Hickin' crime fighting, milk delivering punk? Like, no wait, yeah, this is the picture that it came in. Let me show you. Let me show you the picture. The picture's really interesting. Look at this! He's like, don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you're blasting and blasting and blasting everything up. I'm delivering my hicking milk, okay? Like, this milk is getting there. I'm on a hicking mission. Do not mess with the milkman. Wait, what the heck? So this is yeah, this is an example of milkman. Dude, maybe milkmans are actually an SCP. I was joking, but like now I'm like, maybe they were. Like, maybe they were. Dude, I could try and be cool, but I'll never be as cool as a milkman delivering milk in World War II. Okay? Like, dude's like, word's a bit, you know, messy, but well, whatever. I can imagine him going past, like, I don't know, people fighting, being like, "You right, mate?" They'd be like, "Oh, you right?" And then go back to fighting. And then it was just like, I don't know, maybe one of those unspoken rules of just like, don't mess with the milkman, okay? You just don't mess with him. Let him deliver his milk. They are immune to everything going on. They are beyond the politics of the world, okay? Like, just let them be. Oh, our bullets don't work on them. Then it's a true SCP. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, so as you can see, they've got like these glass bottles. I thought the float referred to, okay. So, time for another Elliot got betrayed by food story, but this time it wasn't really food. But I blamed it on the food anyway for some reason, because it like associated. So, the milk comes in those bottles, and at the neck, at the bottleneck, there's like this, like, I don't know, 1 inch amount of like, it's not milk, it's like cream at the top. It's like a float, like it floats up to the top, and it's like, yeah, it's not milk. It's definitely not, it's like creamish. It's got like structure to it, but it breaks apart like cream. And I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know it was supposed to be there, because it turns out I'd never witnessed it before, because my dad really likes that part apparently, so would always like, I don't know, take it. And one morning I was like, I'm gonna have a bowl of cornflakes before school. So you gotta imagine little Ellia's there with her little school uniform, her little tie and jumper on, and I'm like, oh no, there's no milk. I'm gonna go get the milk myself from the front door. So I get the new milk and I open it up, and I'm like, I'm gonna pour this into my cornflakes. And then it just went, like, normally I was expecting like glug 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 glug, yeah, but instead it's like plop, like it just plops. This heckin' lump plops onto my cornflakes, and I act like a heckin' monster just taking emerged, and I was like, what the? And then I cried. And then I heckin' cried because I got scared by my chunky milk. And and I remember because like My parents, my mom came over and was like, what the heck? Literally crying over milk, my girl. and then I didn't want to eat cornflakes ever again because it just reminded me of that time where I had that milk plop onto my cornflake, and yeah, no, I was like, no, I don't like cornflakes anymore, and I just didn't eat cornflakes for like the longest time because of it. And the cornflakes weren't even the problem. I don't know. I wasn't very old, by the way. You gotta bear in mind, I was like super little. Like, we're talking like year probably 1 or reception. Okay, like Also, Project FAP, arigato. Happy 14 months. Thank you. Hi. But yes, okay. We are here for today's stream. I have eaten my breakfast. I have drank my milk. And we are finally doing an SCP reading stream. Oh my gosh. Finally, it's been so long. And oh my gosh, how do I? No, you haven't missed any articles. I've been yapping for 30 minutes. God dang, that felt like 2. Okay. Yeah, it's been so long. I'm sure a lot of people probably don't even know what this stream is. I am reading. Let me find the list of ones that I've done before. Yeah, I'll be reading in a nice calm reading voice. Hi. Is Goose-chan active? No, let's find out. Let me check if Goose-chan, are you awake, or are you like, if you mother trucker? Let's have a look-see. What shall we have it say? We shall have it say honk. H-O-N-K.
Honk.
Wait, did that work? Did his mouth move? I missed it.
Honk.
It is! Yippee! It honked. It is alive! I think. Wait, no. Kind of. Last time it had issues. It had issues where it, like, for some reason wasn't properly connected to my stream elements, even though it should have been, so like I could make it speak. But the TTS part was borked, I think. I can't remember. Or at least last time. I don't remember how I connected it, I'll be honest. It should be... I don't know. Let's see. Dude, imagine if it read everything that Chat Haken wrote. No, don't test it. You guys are good. No! No! You actually tested it! I'll copy and paste it in. But it didn't actually. Why didn't it work? It didn't actually work, yo! Nande da yo! Here.
Hey Elia, there's been something I've been wanting to say for a while.
Nani?
You're hecking cute, absolutely adorable, and I love your voice. Yellow heart emoji. P.S. I'm down bad for Elia. I think I love her. Help. I can't help but watch her streams every day.
Yellow heart emoji right back at you. Yada. Yeah, paid chatter. That would make no sense because I'm a full-time VTuber. So my money comes from chat, which would mean I would just be returning said money to chat, which would be someone giving me money and me giving it right back, and that just sounds like a win for PayPal. Y'all are getting paid, apparently. Apparently. Yeah, this is a great deal, right? Heck yeah, 10 out of 10 deals. Here's the deal. You give me money and I'll give you the money back, and then we can pay transaction fees and take the L. Yeah, that's how that works. Transaction. We love the middleman. Yeah, the middleman's basically the milkman, right? So, it's not an infinite loop because the loop reduces because of the transaction fees. Yeah, it's not an infinite money glitch. Yeah, can we evade tax to make up the difference is wild. Yatta. I need to figure out why this isn't hacking connected, yo. Like, oh my gosh, wait, like, how come it says TTS enabled? I'm in shambles. I'm gonna have to look this up to see how to hacking I don't know. Doko? Let's see. Why are you not doing the connecting thing? It's not this. It's not that. It's connected to VTube Studio. I'm hacking. Confuzzled. Absolutely confuzzled. No way. You think Goose-chan reverted to being bougie again? Heck nah. Absolutely not. Right? Right? Hold up. Let me check. Do you think it reset? It wouldn't. We don't need to test that. So basically, guys, what happened was I set it to 10 and it took that 10 and was like, I hear you, but like 100. And I was like, but why? Because it clearly says 10. So I changed it to 20 and it was okay with 20. But like, literally hacking wild. And I remember it so clearly because I was looking at it and I was like, that 100% says 10. 1 0. I'm not insane. It's like the kind of like thing where, what'd you call it? I remember feeling that way when I used to have code that didn't work and just not understanding the lack of logic. You know? It's like, have you ever just looked at some code and been like, this says that, therefore that should do this, and you're like, but why doesn't it do the thing? And like, you're just staring at it and you're like, I've looked at everything at all the different angles, like, nani sore? Okay, here it is. Yes. Nande? Is that YouTube? That's YouTube chat. Don't be scared. They won't bite. They might lick you. Yeah. I think. No, don't bite. You remember? You remember last time? Yo, it was 93? Oh. Yeah. Was that? What is it? I can't remember why I stopped. Was it because I was tired or migraine? One of the two. Let's see. TIT. No, it's text to speak, not TITS. TTS. Oh my gosh, we got TITS on the mind. Okay. Let me think. Did that work? It was a migraine. Oh, migraines. Oh, that was, yeah. Oof. Pain. Migraines might be hated. I don't get them too often. I haven't had one for a while. Yippee. So. Yeah. But it sucks. I think, yeah, my eyes are just generally very, very sensitive to light. As my optician told me. Was like, yo, girl, like, you know, be careful of the sun. Your eyes are very sensitive. And I was like, dang, how could this happen? It's almost like I never go outside and... Oops. No, I think I need to ease my eyes back into the light. Because it's like, what is it? If someone's like trapped in a cave for super long time, you're not supposed to just like expose them to the light straight up, right? You're supposed to ease them back in. And the same thing with what'd you call it? Like if someone's been starving, you can't just give them like a big meal and be like, here, you're better now. You have to like give them like a little bit at a time. Yeah, it's the same for light as well. The repeat, yeah, they got to adapt. So like the eyes have gotten too used to the darkness. That sounds cocky now. You can't see the pose of doing the Chudy pose. If you can see, I'm doing the pose of like my fingers in front of like over my eye to be like the power of the darkness is too strong for most to handle, but I can. Wow! Oh my gosh, yes, we'll have 3D one day. We will. Oh my god, you know what's gonna be incredible? The day that I have 3D and you get to witness heckin' me doing a karaoke, singing like emo songs, doing dramatic, emotional poses. We're talking like, you know, fist being brought down from the air, like, oh shit, you know, like, yeah. It's gonna be incredible. You're gonna love it. At the moment, I do have a 3D model for my 1.0 that I need to test. The only problem is, one, it's in my 1.0 form, which is okay. Gonna be a bit jarring. And then, two, I can't set up my VR here at my family's place. I have to wait until I'm back in Japan and moved into an apartment. Yeah, and then I'll have my like dedicated like VR space. Which I'm super excited for. Yeah, cause like, what do I need a living room for anyway, right? Like, that space where people would normally put like a sofa and a TV, I'm like, what about just VR? Nah, I spend all my time either on my bed or my computer chair. Like, I don't need another one. No, I did not get a penthouse. No, I'm gonna be looking for somewhere really cheap. No, living room doesn't mean penthouse. I know, I'm going really bougie by not going for a studio. That's me treating myself. But I'm still gonna look for something super cheap. Like, I have walls, I know. Bougie. And I'm gonna have like, I wanna try and pick something with like working water, no mold, functioning windows. Like, heck yeah. A castle, a mansion. Do you guys truly think I'm that fucking elegant? Yeah. Oh my gosh, hecking wild. Also, a castle, a mansion to upkeep. Ooh, I don't want that much space, you know? Cause like, that's a lot of space. I am picky, I know, not even a bit of black mold. No, cause it spreads. It heckin' spreads, yo. You start off with a little bit and you're like, it's not bad, and then boom, mold wool. Mold wool. I don't want the return of the mold wool, guys. Heck nah. Okay, so I was reading SCP-90... Wait. It was 939, right? You were reading SCP-939. I think, was it? No? It is 093. Ooh. Wait. Oh, 093! Okay, I put in 93 and then it suggested 939, so I was like, oh, maybe it's 939. Based on my Google search history. 093. Guys, I don't like... I'm not gonna get a picture up of... 093. Oh, maybe this picture. Wait. Ah, this picture's okay. Some of the other ones really trigger like that thing where someone has like, what'd you call it? You know, like a fear of like, oh, there's holes, where there's like a bunch of holes. Yar. Yeah. Okay, chat. You're gonna have to move a little bit, make some room for some SCP. Going up. I should put it down. Up. Let's go up. Did Kava get back to me about the posters? They're still working on it. I think they're definitely trying to work something out. Yeah. They're going through it right now. They're really going through it. What's the iconic SCPs? I don't know. I'm learning about the topic, but we're reading. Oh god, we're reading this one. Mite kudasai. Wait, it'd be so cool if I put it over here. This one. We're gonna read this one. Literal SCP jump scare. Eee! I'm excited to read this one. Okay. Let's read. Let's see. Oh, you know what I did? Wait, I think this will help. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I found one of the things that triggered my migraines, by the way. Like I said, it's from like light, too much light. But when I was reading like the SCP articles from like the SCP wiki, it's very light mode, right? It's all very much like bright white background, black text, which is a triggering fear anyway for people. So yeah, I find that light mode really, really affects me. The light mode pain literally triggers migraines. So yeah. I now am just using a extension to make it dark mode. Wait, you want this guy to pet you guys? Yeah, so now I should be able to read it easier. Let's give my theory a try. Okay. Is it SCP-093? Okay. Let me grab a drink first. Okay. Why does he make grub noises? Why don't you make grub noises? Okay. SCP-093. Object Class, Euclid. Description. SCP-093 is a primarily red disc carved from a stone composite carved from a stone composite resembling cinnabar. What's cinnabar? What the heck is cinnabar? Cinnabar. Mercury sulfide. Oh, it's like a brick red. It's the bright scarlet to brick red form of mercury 2 sulfide. Yeah, that's it. I was thinking an island from Pokemon. I was like, what do you mean cinnabar? It looks like the thing from it looks like the island from Pokemon is crazy. Okay, sorry. Distracted. Okay, so we've got this red disc. This red disc resembles cinnabar. It has circular engravings and unknown symbols carved at 0.5 centimeter depth around the entire object. And deeper cuts are present on SCP-093 with a depth of 1 to 1.5 centimeters. Now SCP-093 is 7.62 centimeters in diameter and fits comfortably into most palms without abrasion. I wish I had a ruler. Is wait. 7 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, would that fit in my hand? Wait, is 7 centimeters quite big? Wait, it's like half a ruler. Would 7 centimeters fit? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no. That's. Oh wait, I guess if. I don't know. Sorry. Wow. The colors taken by SCP-093 are still being researched. Oh no, wait. I missed one line. Wait, the BGM! Gomenne! You're so right. No BGM. No BGM. We gotta get into that spooky mode. Ooh. Spooky mode. How's that? Okay. Now it's getting serious. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So, SCP-093 will change hue when held by a living individual. The colors taken by SCP-093 are still being researched to establish a link. Current belief holds that the change depends upon regrets carried by the holder. Now, if SCP-093 is removed from a mirror and not held by a person, it will seek out the nearest mirror-like surface. SCP-093 has been observed to travel in the largest possible circle while building up phenomenal speed. The mechanism of this acceleration is currently unknown. If an obstacle is between SCP-093 and the nearest mirror-like surface, it will use this momentum to punch through the obstacle and continue on its course at this speed. It will only stop when a mirror-like surface is contacted. Despite tremendous impact velocities, no damage will be dealt to SCP-093 or the mirror. Again, Sonic the Hedgehog style, right? Additional notes: no records exist to clarify the nature of SCP-093's discovery or presence in the Foundation. See SCP-093-OD. Since no records exist explaining why SCP-093's method of containment, a test procedure was initiated to establish why mirrors must be used to contain it. The results of SCP-093-T1 led to the discovery of living beings holding SCP-093 being able to move through mirrors, and the series of tests in SCP-093-T2 to ascertain the destination reached through this travel. Guys, I feel like the picture I got up might have been a spoiler. Cause this isn't a picture of a red disc. What the heck is this? This isn't my rolling red Sonic. Dare! Who are you? Okay, let's look at the original. This red disc. Oh my gosh. This red disc not be looking very red. Oh my god, I did not just slip on that word. My heckin' goodness. Goodness, sorry. Oh, bleh. Someone washed my mouth out with soap. Oh, dear. Okay. The original documentation was that 093 was an object. The object was found on the shore of the Red Sea, 30th January 1968, emitting a low sigh and a dim blue gleam. Its color has since turned to an orange mix of red, only emitting a hum of varying volumes whilst in the presence of female examiners, ages between 34 and 41. Is this SCP like a certified hag enjoying SCP-093 resembled the documented blue for 5434 at 1:23 on 26 April 1986, coincidentally when the body of 1949834 was discovered in research facility. Redacted. Ties between 1949834 and SCP-093 remain inconclusive, and effects of prolonged exposure to 093 remain unknown, except for infrequent reports of periods of calmness, and in the case of 2420049, as periodic waves of depression, loss of balance, and thoughts of suicide. These feelings have reportedly not exceeded 11 days in duration. Object seemed to react to the presence of 2420056 by turning light violet for no more than 2 minutes and 9 seconds, as documented on 12 March 1993. Effects of this reaction remain unknown. Additional notes: the origins of 093 remain unknown, and documents of recovery of 093 have since been destroyed in a fire in research facility redacted 9th December 1989. Reports on the feelings of researchers who handled 093 have remained inconsequential since 19th April 1995. And the special containment procedure for item SCP-093 is to be kept on a silver-lined mirror on a 0.3 by 0.23 meter, 1 foot by 9 inches pedestal, at least 1.22 meters, 4 foot, off the ground floor in containment cell block redacted. Object is not to be contained in areas exceeding 3.66 by 3.05 meters, 12 by 10 foot, nor placed on mahogany, pine, cherry, or aluminium pedestals above or below level 1 of containment cell block. Redacted. Okay. Note, if they're placing it like on a 4-foot pedestal, a lot of VTubers ain't gonna be able to reach this, guys. Just saying. Objects can be handled safely, albeit gently, without consequences. Tests and consequences thereof involving containment conditions can be viewed in Section B 35.1 of the attached report. Okay, so that's the original documentation. Now we're gonna do the test. The first test. Okay, it is SCP-093, test number 1. Okay, so testing of 093 against conditions set forth for existing containment procedures to assess the viability of continuing such containment. Beginning with changing the type of mirror used as a position of rest. So, test number 1. Mirrored surface, brass frame, retail grade mirror. SCP-093 rests without activity when placed on the mirror. This test alone removes the need for the costly silver or wooden containment procedures. Guys, there's different grades of mirror. What? Wait, what? Standard grade table. SCP-093 turns upright and begins to roll across the table surface in one direction, making a U-turn and rolling to the other, completing an oval shape on the repeating this action until a mirror is brought into the vicinity of it, at which time SCP-093 rolls towards the mirror and lays flatways against it, sliding to the center. It is noted that despite the grainy feel of 093, it does not mark the mirror in any fashion while moving across it. That was my first thought, guys. I was like, if it's laying flat, and like going across, oh my gosh, like that'd make an awful noise. Okay, Next is 2 mirrors at either end of a standard grade table. SCP-093 gravitates towards the closer mirror regardless of orientation and makes no distinction between different types of mirrors, favoring a factor of distance above all else in choosing the mirror to move to. Okay, next is a mirror held by a person and moved around. Guys, I would not be able to do that seriously. I'd be like, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yo, with your mirror. SCP-093 follows the mirror as it moves, gaining speed until a maximum velocity of redacted is reached. At any velocity, the impact of SCP-093 against a mirrored surface results in no damage to either object. A person holding SCP-093, placing it on a mirror. So this test was accidental, the result of one of the staff tripping another after some debate about who would be covering the lunch tab. As a result of the behavior of the researchers, it was discovered that a person holding SCP-093 and placing it against a mirror will in fact move into the mirror. They straight up tripped while holding it? That's crazy. Whoopsie, sorry, almost dropped your super, super precious and rare SCP. Teehee, tehe pedal. Okay. Addendum. Containment testing discontinued after establishing that SCP-093 requires only a mirror to rest inert. Testing on human interaction with mirrors while holding SCP-093 authorized by Dr. Redacted. Okay. Next we have the mirror test. Okay. So, the mirror test, SCP-093-T2. The testing protocol. Subjects testing 093 must wear a Class 3 buckle harness strapped to the chest and attached to a tension pulley system, allowing for 300 meter, roughly 1,000 foot of movement. Additional spools may be added to extend movement if necessary. The clasps connecting these spools must be high grade and capable of withstanding applied force of 0.2 tons. The heck kind of test they doing, yo? A filled kit containing the following should be issued for testing SCP-093. 1. Wrist-mounted light source with 3 hours lifespan and additional power sources providing up to 6 additional hours. 4. 0.5 liter water bottles. Bottles of water. Bottles of water, mate. 4. MREs of any type, plus 2 plain granola bars, chocolate chips allowed. Ooh, generous, are we? We feeling generous. 1 standard issue Beretta 9mm firearm with 24 rounds of ammunition loaded. This is not to be issued until the subject has passed into a mirror using SCP-093 and should be given underarmed supervision, ensuring that the subject passes through entirely. This item is to be requisitioned first upon subject's return, and subject to be made aware of this before leaving line of sight within SCP-093's mirror. 1 standard issue field knife. British style. Heck yeah. The subject is not to be made aware of this item and must find it on his own within the kit. What the? Hello? A knife? Like a surprise presento. Okay. The subject must be attached to a video system with a camera mounted on the subject's head or shoulders. The video device should be cable-based and allow for the same length of travel as the return system. Wireless cameras have shown mixed results and should only be used in testing conditions where SCP-093 is a currently known color. New colors must be tested using wired feed. During testing, the color of SCP-093 must be recorded, as well as the history of the subject in terms of their incarceration to identify how SCP-093 determines the color to assume. A link appears to be connected to guilt or a lack of thereof in the subject's psyche. The attached test results should be read in order. Yo, let's read the test results. I wonder, I would love this. It's like one of those personality tests where it's like, oh my god, which SCP-093 color do you trigger? Oh my gosh, how much regret do you have? Yippee! Oh, let's fucking go. I want to try my SCP mood ring. Oh yeah, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. I do my best to assume people have the best intentions when asking questions. Hi. Okay, let's see. So the first test is blue. Oh, I'm pretty quiet. I'm pretty quiet. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I'm not whispering, but I'm definitely on the quieter side, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so for the blue test, subject is D20384, male, 34 years of age, strong physique. Subject's background shows instance of murder/attempted suicide. Subject is cooperative in all steps of testing. Subject entered the provided mirror while holding SCP-093, which emitted a blue color. Outside, technicians observed that the mirror retained a true reflection until subject had completely passed into it, at which time the view changed to an outdoor landscape heavily tinged in blue. Okay, and then there's a description of the video. I guess of course there wouldn't be a video, silly goose me. Oopsies. Okay. Camera activates, flickers to view. Subject is looking out over the same field reported by technicians. Looks like typical lowland plains, and everything has a heavy blue tinge overlapping the normal colors. No discernible landmarks visible as the subject pans view left to right. Only grass, weeds, and a breeze moving the taller grass. No trees and no living beings visible. The subject moves forward as instructed, traveling for approximately 500 steps before something becomes visible. A patch of the land ahead is barren, and the grass can be seen dying as the subject approaches it. Approximately 300 steps forward, subject is standing before a hole in the ground. The hole has been dug using unknown tools of primitive origin. The pulley system engaged, and the camera suffers a light shudder. Subject is instructed to enter the hole, and after mild protesting agrees to do so. There is no apparent method of descent such as ladder or rope. Subject relies entirely on his own hands in the pulley system to slowly descend. Approximately 100 meters of cable is used before the bottom is reached. Light source provided in the field kit activated 50 meters down when outside sources become unreliable. Sweeping gestures of light reveal nothing more than dirt even at the bottom of the hole. The subject moves forward with the assistance of light source. Asked about the blue tinge, subject expresses confusion and says there's no such tinge from his perspective and never was. Light is visible down the passage and 150 meters of cable has been used. Out of the camera's eye, sound is recorded of the firearm being prepared. When questioned about these actions, subject states justified precaution and moves forward. While the tunnel turns from bare dirt to a concrete enclosure, subject complains of a stench. The light source is revealed to be ceiling light fixtures, a series of which, with less than a quarter broken down, while others function. A series of 6 doors, 3 to a side, span before the camera view, with a 7th door visible at the end of the corridor that has been blocked by what looks like generic metal shelving debris. Debris shows signs of rusting and is typical of retail store units suggesting other human presences. Subject requested to try doors in whatever order he chooses. Subject tries the first door on the right. Door is locked, does not open. Second door tries to open but does not budge. Unlocked, but blocked. Closing the second door, third door is tried, same result as the first. And going up to the other side, the third door does open fully, and light is bright in the room. Portable light switched off at this time as subject pans the camera to inspect room. Room is bare, no contents, but the walls are filthy. Now subject states, material on wall isn't dirt, but he can't identify it. It seems to resemble melted plastic, but is brown in color rather than black. Door is closed. Now the second door on the left side has no handle and does not move when pushed. The hole where the handle was is plugged by unknown material. All doors are shaped in such a way that nothing can visibly escape from the sides, and space for movement is too thin to look even at ground level. And the first door on the left is locked, but part of the key is present in the lock from stem to the ridges, and the back has been broken off. With effort, subject manipulates the key to open the door and immediately begins coughing, complaining of a stench. Walls of room are clean as is floor, and ceiling is coated in the same brown material as the third room. In this room, there is a makeshift cot made from aged blankets with a pillow, a wooden crate containing open boxes of what appears to have been foodstuffs, and language appears on video as squiggles. However, subject states they simply read cereal. And the second crate in the room contains what appears to be empty bottles of water. Yeah, dang, 3 times in one stream that have dried out. A book lies next to the cot, closed, no titles or identifying marks. Now on the walls are what appears to be clipped articles, but language cannot be read. Subject is asked to remove the clippings for retrieval. All articles but one crumble at touch due to age. Now the intact article is put in a filled sample container and seems to be the most recent compared to the others. Asked to investigate the book, subject begins to move towards it. Audio on tape goes strange, and a high-pitched screeching noise like grinding metal dominates all communication for 3.5 seconds. Subject has not touched the book still, and when the noise stops, subject asks Control to repeat request. Control made no request during that time as headsets were removed. Subject advised to leave room and notes that the door has been closing slowly on its own, and if left alone will close. Subject advised to leave door alone and to investigate door on right. Careful review of the following 10 seconds of the tape shows that as the camera pans, a figure is visible at the end of the tunnel where the 7th door is. The door is opened only enough for a face to be seen through the crack. Just before the door silently closes. No details can be seen. Subject investigates the second door on the right with no mention of anything seen out of the ordinary. This door moves and pushed it. I forgot I have the yippee! Oh my gosh, it's a raid. It's a Hush and Potato raid. Welcome in, raiders. We're just reading a spooky story. I was getting like this story is hitting like intense. Welcome on in. How was your stream? Hi. Oh gosh, I'm like describing a video, but like I'm like getting really into it. It's like I've never played Silent Hill, but apparently someone was like Silent Hill doors. I don't know. I'm doing spooky SCP readings, and it's 093, and it's like a SCP mood ring based on regrets, and it changes color, and it's changed to blue, and it goes into a mirror, and then they can go into the mirror. So this is like the blue world, triggered by this guy that held it and made it blue. So it's like really, really interesting. It's got such a if anyone's played Silent Hill, it does have a Silent Hill vibe. Okay, naruhodo. Kirby in the Amazing Mirror. I don't think it's as happy as that. But yeah, we're reading SCP-093. To catch you guys up to speed, this guy enters the blue world, okay, the land is just like a bunch of nothing, but he finds like a hole and he goes into the hole, and then he finds a tunnel, goes through the tunnel, and it's like a man-made like area with these like metal doors, and he's like going, there's like 7 of them, and he's going through the doors, and the one of the doors he went in, and there was like a creepy like cot and book and something, and while he was went to get the book, there was like screeching and like a mystery command sent over the radio that wasn't from the people, and then like the door was closing, and then we just saw like a figure with a face to be seen through a crack before the door closes. Like, dude, this guy, the thing is, the subject has no idea, hasn't seen it, so it's really spooky. Like, yeah. So you're reading like a spooky story. So yeah, I hope you like spooky stories. It's not too scary because I'm like a massive heckin' wimp, okay? So yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not your streamer, gomen. I'll do my best to try and keep you comfy here. Oh no, you don't have to be kept here. I'm not an SCP. I can't force thee to stay. But welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Elias Stellaria. I'm a British VTuber and a goose. Honk. But yeah, that's where we edit the story, and I'm like really into it. This one's really good. Yeah, we're on the first, so you're right at the beginning. Also, Mia, I saw you, Mia moi. Oh wait, I should have my goose greet y'all.
Honk.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Hajimemashite, yoroshiku. Wow, thank you. And thank you again for the raid. Thank you so much. Okay. We were okay, so the camera, there was a figure. Oh god, okay, so now the subject investigates the second door on the right with no mention of anything seen out of the ordinary. And this door moves when pushed against, and after repeated bashing, moves enough to view inside at an angle. And a cork board is visible with more articles attached to it. The top of the box of cereal can be seen on the floor, what appears to be a hand lying palm up. Subject closes the door and pans camera past door 7, which remains closed. Seeing nowhere else to explore, subject requested to return. Subject poses no protest and complains of ever-increasing stench. Now, as the subject returns back down tunnel, his camera feed does not change or show anomaly, but control reports a sudden surge in cable movement, pulling an additional 100 meters of the cable through before going slack again and then tightening. Video feed shows subject ascending the tunnel slowly, while control attempts to verify the integrity of the pulley system. Subject requested to stop ascent, but states he's not climbing. The rope is pulling him up. Panic sets in both sides, and subject informed to ready firearm. Upon reaching the top of the hole, nothing is visible on camera, and subject reports nothing has changed in the landscape. Then begins a return trip following the path of the cable. Traveling for approximately 900 steps, subject asks how much cable he's used. Control admits that they are unsure due to complications, but subject traveled in a straight line to reach the hole, so it should be a straight line back. Subject becomes concerned when he states that more cable is visible now, moving in a 90-degree angle away from a point in the ground. Subject pans camera around full circle slowly. On film, behind subject, a crowd of 37 countable figures stand silently. Features are unidentifiable, and they are lacking the blue tinge that dominates the landscape. Panic breaks in control again. The subject notes only oddity as being the cable having an angled path. Subject tugs his end of the cable. It is taut and does not move. And control begins to reel in the pulley system, and slack rapidly winds. Watching the angled cable movement can be seen as grass is disturbed further down the angled portion from the reeling in, and then the line vibrates as it meets resistance and emits a twang from recoil. The subject's camera pans back along the length of the cable, which now appears to slowly be allowing more slack, before suddenly all slack is returned and the pulley system begins again. Control requests subject return following cable path, and screams are caught on the audio with panic from the subject. 5 shots fired as the subject aims pistols at something not visible on the camera. Control reports being able to see the subject running towards the point of origin, while camera shows wire disappearing into a point floating in the air. As the subject passes this point, all cable is now in the pulley system, and the camera films only the floor. Control reports that the mirror took approximately 5 seconds to return to a reflection, and SCP remained blue in color until 1 after being recovered from subject. A vile-smelling fluid was present on the subject's clothes around his hands when firearm was recovered. This fluid dried quickly and was deemed insignificant of study due to the lack of quality sample. Control personnel monitoring the mirror state, having seen a massive humanoid being crawling on the ground, easily 50 times the size of a normal person with no facial features, and a very short arm reach pulling itself towards the mirror before it turned to a reflection. Due to proximity, fine details could not be made out, but at least one observer noted that the being appeared to have been shot from the marks in the otherwise smooth, featureless face. The field test kit recovered from the subject, containing a newspaper article that reads, "Data expunged," was filed as item data expunged. What the heck? So that's what this picture is, guys. This was the thing that the camera people couldn't see at the time and was shooting him in the face, I guess. So, like, these things live in the mirror of SCP-093, I think, if I'm understanding correctly? Question mark? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I got very confused, I'll be honest, about the whole police system. I was like reading it and I was like, eh? The rope is all over the heckin' place. And then I was like, wait, which way is slack? Slack is like loose. And then tightened. And then, yeah. I was like, I'll just read the words and I'll figure it out. Looks like there's multiple in this picture. But that was the blue one. Yeah, this is the one that lives in the orange world, but I want... Actually, yeah, this one's got long arms. It said the... Wait. Let me see if I can get a blue world picture. Wait, let's get up the right pictures for these. Like, I was very interested in the pulley system. I was like, how is this working? How is it like manually retracted? Yes! The pulley system is literally the vibe of the rocket knows where it is because it knows where it isn't by subtracting where it wasn't from the position where it isn't. And I was like, I just need to know, is the dude okay? Like, is the dude alright? Or is he dead? Like, that's all I need to know. Oh no, it is the same looking creature. Okay. The next is the green world. Yeah, he did get out in the end. He was just covered in weird heckin' gunk or whatever. Hello, I'm good. How are you? Hello. We're about to read the green story. Yeah. The green test. This time we have a woman. I know. They're real. Subject is D54493. Female. Heavy breathing. 23 years of age. Average physique. Oh my gosh, I feel like one of these could one day have like the description of like, you know, Gunnar Gatcher game physique. And I feel like you guys would know what I meant. Oh, this one doesn't have that. It has a regular average physique. Subject's background shows instance of Grand Theft Auto and second-degree murder of 2 children during escape with vehicle. What do you mean, a goose physique? Yeah, I got that goose physique. Heck yeah, waddle, 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 waddle. Okay, subject is cooperative in all steps of testing. Yeah, GTA? You mean the game? What? Yeah. Let's see. Subject entered the provided mirror while holding SCP-093, which emitted a green color. And outside technicians observed that the mirror retained a true reflection until subject had completely passed into it, at which time the view changed to a farming landscape, heavily tinged in green, similar to the first test. Yo, okay. We have green. Green. Sorry, I need to just sit up. And I'll have more of my cola. Hold up. Camera activates. Flickers to view. Subject is looking out over the same farmland reported by technicians. All greens through video feed are deeper and green tinge overlays, the normal color of objects similar to the blue tinge in Test 1. No landmarks from Test 1 are discernible as subject pans over the area. Hi, how's the goose? Goose is good. Goose is back in the farm, apparently, in this scenario. Present is a field, long abandoned, in the middle of which stands the remains of a scarecrow of unknown design. Fragments left are rotted and torn, and nothing grows in the tilled land. A farmhouse is visible to the right of the field. Large, 2 stories, a basement shelter entrance is visible at one end, and subject prepares her sidearm immediately and is asked by control to relax before proceeding, her heavy breathing dominating the audio feed. Oh no, they're getting that breathing ASMR. Subject takes a few minutes and announces that she's fine, and then proceeds as directed to walk the perimeter of the farmhouse. Children's bicycles, 2, boys and girls, lie against the house near the shelter doors. One of the doors to the shelter lies in the grass, torn from the entrance as evidenced by splintering wood. On the stairs lie clothes arranged in descending order, shoes to shirt going down them. Wait, I should turn the yippee off. I should turn the yippee off mid-reading. You heckin' honking punks. No. Yeah. Don't you heckin' dare me. No. This is a spooky reading. Spooky. Boom. It's not gonna yippee anymore. It's paused. Ooh ah. Ooh ah. Back to the basement, guys. Okay, back to the basement. We're going down the stairs into the basement, alright? Alright. Okay. Let's see. So, on the stairs. Wait, where are the stairs? Is it this? Yeah, wait. One of the doors to the shelter lies in the grass, torn from the entrance. So, there's an opening to the basement. One of the doors is ripped off, and we can look down it, and there are stairs. And on the stairs lie clothes arranged in descending order, shoes to shirt going down them, belonging to a boy. The subject begins screaming at Control, asking if this is some sort of sick joke. Control assures her they have never seen this environment either, and to please calm down. Subject takes several minutes to regain herself before continuing. It is unknown if SCP-093 is linking the subject's past with her landscape. After several minutes, subject agrees to continue. Communication to subject is muted, and conversation of Control making commentary about subject's jittery attitude make up audio for 1.5 minutes. Communication restored as subject reaches bottom of stairs. The cellar of the farmhouse is unremarkable and typical. Several wooden shelves line the far wall containing unidentified canned substances. Broken light fixtures sway gently from support beams, and cameras panned across the basement slowly. No evidence of footprints are visible, and the basement can be assumed to have been abandoned for some time. Subject begins to comment about a stench. Now, as the subject pans the area, a metal hatch is visible in the ground, similar to a bulkhead on a submarine with a turn handle. Subject remarks that the smell is at its worst around the hatch, and that the dirt around the hatch is noted as being clumped and clay-like. The handle of the hatch is old, and the paint chipped, and subject coerced into turning the handle which, when fully turned, opens the hatch. Subject begins coughing at the release of assumed old, stale air. When camera is tilted to view down the hatch, it is a white concrete tunnel similar to the one found in the blue experiment, but in much better condition. Subject asked to descend the ladder and close the hatch behind her. After convincing subject, agrees to descend but does not close the hatch. Overlooked concerns about severing the pulley return system in doing so are acknowledged. Descent down the ladder and trip to the farmhouse has consumed approximately 53 meters of cable when bottom is reached. The inside of the hatch appears to be a bunker ill-suited to long-term usage. It is spacious, about half the size of the actual cellar itself, and contains 3 bunks, 1 for a couple and 2 for single use. Now, cereal boxes of food similar to those found during Bloom, marked as cereal, fill a waste container near the hatch bottom. On the beds are 2 skeletons, and on the floor is a third, lying next to which is a simple 6-shooter revolver containing no ammunition. Now, 3 spent casings are across the floor near the gun, and on the other side of this skeleton is a bound book in good condition. This is retrieved and placed into a filled kit container upon request. The gun is left alone per request from Control. Dang! Suddenly dead bodies, guys! Oh my gosh. Subject examines more of the bunker, focusing on a desk where a newspaper has been cut and is in good condition. The clipped articles are recovered using a filled kit container. Little else of interest to be brought back is in the bunker as the camera is panned around. Trash bags containing clothing and a few children's toys resembling popular 1950s era products are lined against the wall. Subject is requested to leave the bunker and then sharply asked to wait by Control's technician who directs the camera view to an area near the exit doorway to the hatch. Closer inspection, as subject moves in, finds that a small area has been fitted with what appears to be an Ethernet jack, the cover of which has been forced slightly away from the wall by a strange amber-like substance. Subject refuses to touch or collect a sample, commenting that it stinks so bad that if they want it, they can come get it themselves. Control declines and subject this subject's heckin' sassy, guys. Subject leaves bunker. As the subject grips the ladder to leave, the camera pans up for a moment, and at the top of the tunnel, a humanoid figure is seen peering down. Control asks subjects to confirm figure. Subject states nothing is up there and begins to climb. And figure draws out of camera view after first rung is touched by subject who ascends without incident. At the top of the tunnel, no other life is seen and nothing has been disturbed. Subject insists nothing was there and closes the hatch and then immediately vomits. Wow. What? Wait. What's the first rung? Figure draws out of camera view after. Oh, okay. That's the part of the ladder, right? And as they go up, it just disappears. Okay. Subject coughs and uses a supplied water bowl to gargle, then freezes and asks if Control is hearing that. Control reports no audio. Subject approaches the cellar hatch cautiously with firearm drawn and lifts her head just enough so camera can view outside area. In the distance, approximately 700 meters from the farm, two massive humanoid beings are crawling across the landscapes. The entities do not notice the subject, who remains quiet, but whose drawn sidearm is visibly trembling. Subject requested to remain still and silent as beings move. They are featureless, facing at an angle moving across the field of vision, so faces are only visible for a few moments. Now, during this time, it is clear they have no facial features. The arms they use to drag themselves are short at times and long at others, stretching out to varying lengths each time they move. There is no rear area to the beings. All bodily design appears to end at the torso, and the two creatures takes approximately 10 minutes to disappear into the distance before the subject begins to panic and begs to return. Request denied. Subject instructed to enter the home from the cellar and not to leave the home under any circumstances. Maybe if you weren't so sassy, they'd have let you leave, ma'am. It's probably what they're thinking. The first floor is entered through a hatch in the ceiling floor that opens with rusty creaks that causes the subject to pause for 37 seconds before continuing upwards and entering a kitchen. A heavy layer of dust coats all items in the kitchen. The refrigerator is left open and all food is spoiled. God dang it, guys, which one of you left the fridge open? Adjacent the kitchen is a living area that the subject enters slowly. There is a recliner, a couch, a sofa, and a television, all of 1950s style design. In the recliner is a laptop whose case also resembles 1950s decor and is coated in heavy dust. Opening the laptop reveals the last moments of its operating system, Faithful OS, leaving a standby mode and immediately shutting off. Laptop has no external power source and will not power back on. When asked to recover laptop, it brings the cushion of the recliner with it, the two stuck together. Subject advised to leave laptop where it is. What the heck? One sec, I need... Sorry, my throat isn't used to reading. Okay. Now the inside door leaving the home is nailed shut with thick wood planks. No attempt is made to interact with these. Camera view pans to a staircase leading upstairs. Subject ascends the stairs without being asked, and the stairs remain silent to control surprise. When subject reaches top of the stairs, a hallway with two doors is viewed, one on each side. At the end of the hall, a dumbwaiter is inlaid into the wall. What's a dumbwaiter? I assume it's not a waiter that's dumb, because it says it's in the wall. Dumbwaiter. Oh, it's like a little elevator for food. Oh. Oh. Interesting. That's really cool. I guess I can see it in restaurants and stuff, but in a house? Is that normal? Ooh, interesting. I guess they could bring the food upstairs. I don't know. Okay, so subject opens door on left on her own, which opens to a master bedroom. The bed is neatly made, but the wardrobe next to it is thrown open and clothes are everywhere on the floor. Subject finds laid out on the bed several pieces of jewelry and is informed to leave them. Subject begins to protest, and then comments they stink, and leaves them alone. Promptly leaving the room, subject asks to open second door. The second door opens and gives a view of a shared children's room. Obviously boy and girl given the types of toys and clothes scattered on the floor. And there is also a window which subject approaches and wipes with a curtain to clear dust. Subject requested to move camera to window and does so. The farmland is visible and approximately 40 kilometers from it, at best guess a city. Now as the camera starts to draw back, it pans down and films the area around the house. Approximately 300 figures similar to those from the footage captured during the blue test are visible around the home, all staring up. Subject asked to confirm figures but states nothing is there. Subject requested to return and quickly agrees. What do these figures look like? Egress? What's egress? Egress from the house is uneventful. Pulley system shows no erratic behavior as subject returns to point of pulley wire's origin. A loud groaning noise causes the picture to reverberate. Technicians at control report they were also able to hear the noise and experience the vibration. Subject returns through point of origin without investigation and mirror returns to reflective surface. Video ends. Oh, egress is the act of exiting. It sounds like a bird, I think. It sounds like, what bird am I thinking of? I swear there's like a bird that has like a really similar sounding. An egret, yeah! Thank you, chat wisdom of the pool. I knew I could trust you guys. Okay. So the blue test is interesting. Now we go to the violet test. Yeah. Yeah. Regret without the R. I get. Wait, no, I think you mean the first. Wait. Hi. Time for the violet test of our SCP mood ring. Let's heckin' go. This one is subject D84930, and our subject today is male, 21 years of age, average physique, and the subject's background shows instance of second-degree murder of a police officer during a drug bust. Normally this crime, while severe, would not qualify a person for a sentence that would end up with us, but the murder of the officer was especially brutal and excessive violence was used. This subject was uncooperative and had to be reminded that his cooperation would only benefit him. Subject entered the provided mirror while holding SCP-093, which emitted a violet color. Outside, technicians observed that the mirror retained a 2 reflection until the subject had completely passed into it, at which time the view changed to a cityscape, urban, lightly tinged in purple, similar to the first test. Video feed is as follows. Okay, oh, we have a city one this time. Okay, let's go. The camera flickers to life and pans around the area. Subject is in what appears to be a modern downtown district, similar to a city like New York. The streets are mostly bare, except for a few cars of unknown make or model. Now these cars look highly advanced and streamlined. Subject attempts to look into the car windows without being instructed to, but backs away, remarking there is a, quote, rank-ass stank coming from the areas around most of them. Subject is persuaded to move closer to one car and does so with coughing, wiping off a window which is covered in dirt. The inside of the car appears to be completely filled with strange brown matter. There is nothing at all visible other than the brown matter. 2 other cars produce the same results. However, a 4th vehicle seems more recent than the others, and the insides are immaculate. The doors to this vehicle are also unlocked, and the subject quickly gets inside then and shuts the door. Subject is chastised for this behavior by Control, who reminds him his lifeline is nothing more than a cable, which is sturdy enough that closing the car door does not injure it, but they cannot recover a person in motion. Subject argues with Control over this issue and pans the camera across the dashboard, pointing out that he couldn't drive away even if he tried. The dashboard is void of any recognizable control. No ignition, no steering. It has several small blank screens that are theorized to be a GPS system. And subject remains in the car, while Control discusses how to proceed since the city landscape is far larger than previous test destinations. Control debates this issue while the subject stares around at the cityscape from the car. During one pan, a face is clearly seen staring into the car, eyes watching the subject. However, This was not noticed until post-test footage review. Subject made no comment regarding this entity at any point. Control, shortly after, informs subject to remain where he is, and an escort team is dispatched through the mirror to join him. A team of 4 armed personnel is sent through the mirror and proceeds to the subject's location. Subject is then instructed to remove his harness, which is recovered. This subject's video feed then ends and is replaced by a wireless unit used by the escort team. Video quality on this unit is subject to more interference, but in order to mark the mirror exit, a retriever system is placed through the mirror. The subject leaves the car and now travels with the escort team. Given the myriad of possible options, they are instructed to simply move to the closest building and attempt to enter it. This building has etched glass doors bearing the name XEA Research Partners Inc., and the doors are ajar. The magnetic lock system is present but has lost power, and the team enters the building in the main lobby. Now, the area resembles a stereotypical corporate lobby. There is a C-shaped receptionist desk with a chair pushed far from it as if left in a hurry. A PC terminal is at the desk as well, and the team approaches the desk and the camera bearer is instructed to examine the PC. The unit does appear to have power, and Faithful OS appears on the screen requesting a login and password. A keyboard is present but is remarkably slim with touch-sensitive keys rather than press-down keys. Heckin' key enthusiast in shambles. Ooh. What do you mean there's no fucky heckin' key caps at all? What the heck? We have to go back. This future sucks. Ah. Oh my gosh. After one failed attempt, the lock screen replies that maximum attempts have been exceeded and the PC turns off. No actual tower or power button can be located, so the team moves forwards. Behind the receptionist desk are 2 elevator doors, one to the left and one to the right, with similar touch-sense keys. The elevator on the left is broken, and the door open and the shaft empty. The elevator on the right appears functional and has power. Without a clear destination, the team is instructed to proceed to the highest floor to get a lay of the city. All floors appear to be accessible, with the highest being 114. In reality, 112 is 13, and 113 are missing from the keyboard. Journeying up the elevator is uneventful during this time. The elevator does appear to take longer as it passes by 13 than 113, suggesting that an entire floor is built but nothing put on it. And at 114, doors open and the team enters a large lounge-type area. Now, there are many couches with dust on them. A widescreen, apparently LCD TV of approximately 60 plus inches in size, dominates the wall in front of them with no power. A series of windows are open, allowing in sunlight at the far end, to which the team proceeds and angles the camera outside. Now, the view of the city is astonishing. The building is one of the tallest visible, but certainly not alone in stature. The city below is grey and silent. No evidence of life at this altitude. Some buildings in the city have a strange brown growth that appears to have been splashed against them, as if a gelatinous mass was flung and then seeped down before hardening. And other buildings have floors where the glass has been shattered and the same brown substance is seeping out of the edges. One member of the team calls the camera bearer to the windows on the other side. From the other side of the building, the city edges can be seen. Attention is pointed towards an expressway that encircles the city, upon which crawls another of the large half-body humanoids, dragging itself with its elastic arms, as witnessed in previous tests. It travels the highway and then moves out of sight. The team returns to the elevator and notes that the button has already been activated for floor 74. But no one has approached the elevator, so the team agrees to travel to this floor. Okay, I would not go. I'm just saying. If a ghost told me to go to floor 74, I'd be like, heck no, I'm going home. Now, on the 74th floor, the doors open and reveal a waiting area to what appears to be a doctor's office. At the reception desk, there is a sign-in sheet with a series of names and dates, and the date on the sign-on sheet all carry the year 1953. A PC at the receptionist area is on and functioning at the user desktop, and the background for the PC is a large set of praying hands with the words Faithful OS under them. Who the heck has a religious operating system? That's crazy. Imagine if your Windows, like, instead of Windows XP and Windows 98, you had heckin' Jesus. Like, nah. Jesus XP, Jesus 98. And it's got the heckin' Lord Jesus himself there when you turn on the PC every time. Ooh, Jesus. Jesus. Now on the desktop are a series of folders with years on them containing files that, when clicked using the center button of the mouse, open to a word viewer. All files appear to be appointment information. Now on the desk is a notepad titled, From the Desk of Dr. Borisizki, Blessed Purificationist. And the door to the doctor's area is sketched with the same name and title as well as a crucifix. Opening this door leads to a white, dust-free hallway that has 2 examination rooms and a key-coded door at the end. The examination rooms are unremarkable and typical of any doctor's office. All medical cabinets are empty, and a small amount of C4 is placed at the lock to the key-coded door at the request of control, and then blown, forcing the door open. Heck yeah, explosions are the answer, and the question, but mostly the answer. Control asks for a zoom of one of the patient I know, I skipped a whole paragraph, whoopsies. The area it opens into is much larger than the reception area itself, and seems to contain a large series of large containment capsules. There are a total of 6 of these capsules. 2 of them are broken, and a brownish amber material coats the floor coming from them. 1 is empty, and the last 3 have nude humans floating in them with breathing masks. Attached to the front of these tubes are medical charts showing vital signs and conditions. For symptoms, the charts explain in somewhat awkward English ailments that seem more like flaws of personality or character, or just incidents that have occurred with the patient. Control asks for a zoom in of one of the patient's pages of the chart, and after focusing, it reads, Citizen Jennifer McZerker did suffer a lapse of the heart that did lead her to lay with her neighbor twice upon the nights of her husband. Cheating punk. Heck yeah, put her in the capsule. Led her to lay with her neighbor twice upon nights of her husband's departure from their home. Patient did submit herself into the Lord's and our hands for cleansing of mind and body. Prayer administered by High Father Ualakin, and patient submitted to a 3-day period in the Lord's tears to cleanse her system, then released in good spirits. That's wild. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Okay, and the next one is the topmost page reads Citizen Alberius Faravan. Struck out at a high father during a sermon, blaspheming that the Lord's tears did turn his daughter to be unright in mind and heart, thusly laying blame for her whorish activities at the feet of the High Father and his blessing. That's wild. It's you! You're the reason my daughter's a hoe! Oh my gosh. With no proof of these blasphemies, the forgiving judge and the punishing judge did agree that Alberius Farafan should bathe in the Lord's tears himself for a week and to be cleansed of mind and soul, thus to prove his daughter's ways are fault of not the father's hand. And give him peace of... Yo, this is when heckin' Alberius Farafan comes out of the tears and also becomes a hoe. Yo, man. Dang. No, subject, who has been traveling quietly with the escort team, now begins to panic. The camera pans to focus on him, and he is surrounded by entities similar to those witnessed in the first 2 tests. Escort team reports in that the subject is having a panic attack, but control requests them to stand still and wait. Subject screams at the entities, which are denied to exist by team commander, stating subject is alone in the corner. Control requests that one team member be dispatched to approach and recover the subject. The escort team member approaches the subject as ordered. And on the video, the figures part to make a pathway for the approaching member, who lifts subject to his feet and brings him out of the corner. Figures on the video are then seen closing ranks to close the path, and subject is lifted to his feet by an arm and escorted through the figures that close their ranks when the subject is moved. And they remain steadfastly staring at the subject no matter where he moves to. Control requests the team to return now. The team turns to leave. Before leaving, a team member mentions something noticed at the reception desk. A binder labeled The Lord's Tears. Control requests binder be returned as well, and it is stowed in the subject's field kit. Now the team return to the elevator and return to the ground floor. Upon leaving... Wait, no. The ads are coming. The ads are coming. どうしよう. Okay, when the ads start, we'll do a mini pause so I can have a drink. But they return to the elevator. Upon leaving the building, subject points down the street towards the direction of the entry point. The camera pans to the section of the raised expressway across which one of the large torsos is crawling slowly. The entity turns its featureless head to look at the escort team, raises its head to the sky, and emits a bellowing sound. Team leader issues the order to move, heading for the spot marked by the wireless receiver. The creature on the expressway extends an arm down that stretches to the ground before the camera moves to the port, and all the team members save one more through the entry point. Subject moves through the entry point and mirror returns to a reflective surface. Subject 093 is dropped by the subject, who panics and tries to fight his way out of the room. Subject is terminated by a team leader after he draws the field kit pistol. Well, team leader requests the portal be reopened, but it takes several minutes to find someone who can hold SCP-093 and generate a similar color. When a matching color is displayed and applied to the mirror, the video receiver is visible, and all individuals report a horrific smell. The ads are here! Okay, I'm gonna drink some more cola. Is this an isekai? Kind of, I guess, if you're entering another world. No! But they're just about to go into mirror. No! Heckin' ads, yo. Oh, I drank that wrong. Oops. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. No. Ow. Ah, delicious. Oh, yeah, if I was to create a world, can we make one with no ads? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm sorry for worrying you guys. Ooh, Oh gosh, the ads are here. Iyada. Iyada. I'm surprised I'm so quiet because, like, I have my microphone set to max. And I guess my gain is not as high as usual, but you're back already? Heck yeah. This is still 1 minute 30 for some people. So we gotta wait a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wait. Sorry, you turned your audio up and then you got heckin' ear blasted by the ads. Ooh. Wait, this sounds like a popular horror game. Wait, is it like Silent Hill? Is this all of this? Like, is Silent Hill based on this? I've never played Silent Hill. I actually know nothing about it. Yeah. You put me on full blast. I'm honored. I'm absolutely honored. I'll try and hold my microphone. There we go. Is that... I don't know if that's even Oh, no, that blocks my heckin' mouth, yo. Sorry, squeak squeak like this. Is that any better? Hello, 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 hello. I don't know. Oh, Silent Hill predates the SCP wiki. Whoa, dang. Anyway, 1p, 1p, arigato, arigato. App break sounds like a moment to free soup. That's not. No. No, 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 no. Iyada. Iya. Iyada. Iyada. Also, arigato. Anyone pay for another soup? Also, just sneaking in from work to say hello. Hello, I hope work's going well. Wait, Silent Hill's really old? Wait, Silent Hill came out in 1999? Wait, and the first SCP was 2007? Yo! What? I didn't know. Wait, what did Silent Hill come out on? What console? One sec. Was it... When did the PlayStation come out? Wait, what? When did the PlayStation 1 come out? I thought PlayStation 1 was after... The PlayStation 1 came out in 1994? What the heck? Wait, what? You're What? No way. What? The PlayStation? Oh my gosh. That's so wild. When did I think it came out? I don't know. At least 2000 and something. But if I think about it, my family didn't get a PlayStation 1 till way later. Because we didn't have the original PlayStation 1. We had like a slim version. And I remember... I think we got it because it was cheaper. Probably because the PlayStation 2 was out. And the fact it was already a decade heckin' old. Like... Yeah, this PlayStation's older than me! Dang! I'm 50,000! Holy guacamole! There's no slim... Wait, there was like a small version, right? Like... Yeah, there was a slim version. There was. It was like a mini one. There was like a... No. I know the PS2 had one, but the PlayStation 1 had a slim version. It did. It had like a small one, and it was like... thinner. It was like a mini version. It was like round. Was it like, wait, PlayStation 1 did it have like slim versus normal? Yeah, because the first one it had like a really yeah, there's a slim one. Meet that because I remembered this clearly. Look. Okay, this is like a random internet from Google, but oh my gosh, the hecking furniture in the background. See? It went on a little diet. No, look at this. There's the PlayStation 1, and then the one above it is the PlayStation 1 Slim. Yeah. Wait, one was called PS1, and the other one was called Wait, I just thought it was its heckin' full name. What? PS1, PlayStation 1. They're actually that's how they're referred to. I just thought PS was just short for PlayStation. It's like a baby clinging to the fur of its parent. Yeah, so I think most people had the chunky one, but my family had the little one, the little one. Yeah. The original is just PlayStation. Why would you call one the PlayStation and PlayStation 1? But they're the same, right? Like, just thinner. Nah. Like, they're not the same? Hey, I just thought one was the slim version of the other one. Okay. PlayStation. Oh. What else did they revise other than the size? Other than the external box, was there anything else actually revised with the PlayStation? I love these heckin' Reddit posts. PS1 Slim or PS1 Fat? Should I get PS1 or PS1? And one is written with the figure and one is written with the letters. And then there's people chat about like, I like it better with the curves. I like my PlayStation's thick. Okay. PlayStation 1 is the slim model of the PlayStation, but they're both the same. Okay. PlayStation 1 original versus PlayStation 1 Slim. PlayStation 1 Slim is more portable. Where are we taking these, guys? Oh, it looks like it's just external changes. Ooh, you guys are allowed to go outside to our friends. Friend? For whens? When I was little? That's crazy. Oh, you could mod the original one a lot more. Oh. Naruhodo. Okay, so the slim one came out in 2000. Oh, okay. Okay. Naruhodo. Maybe friend is like an SCP. Like, I experienced a LAN party. I think, closest I'd probably have to that is like when, so like, even though like, I felt like growing up I had a lot more restrictions because, you know, I'm a girl is what my parents told me. But my brother had, like, could literally just go outside and do whatever. Like, they straight up just didn't care. And so my brother used to have friends around to play, like, Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, and they'd run little tournaments and stuff, which I would then play. And you know what's the most embarrassing thing for them is when you lose to your friend's little sister who's like years younger than you. And the only person that could beat me in games was always just my brother. Like, I could beat all those other punks easy, okay? Absolutely easy, no problemo. But my brother was the only one I couldn't beat. But nah, embarrassing them. Oh, the one game I could beat my brother in though was Mario Kart. Which is funny, witnessing my Mario Kart play is absolutely awful. Yeah. Yeah, I have more practice. Me and my brother are perma-training. Like, we're heckin' at it. I'm from the gaming family. Hi. Okay, where did we get to? What was eliReads' favorite game? I don't. Good question. I think we mostly just played Smash Brothers. That's when I played, but I was too much of a wimp to play a lot of games, which is why a lot of my content, especially like in the like once I finish my move, is gonna be like me playing a lot of games I wanted to play when I was little, but was too scared to play. Like Banjo-Kazooie, Majora's Mask, like a bunch of these where I'd be like, I just want to play in the menu area. Like, what was it? Even actually, to be fair, Super Mario Sunshine, Isle Delfino is really fun to hang around in. But yeah, there were a lot of games where I was just scared and little, so I'd be like, brother, play. Banjo-Kazooie was scary. That witch terrified me. Okay? I was too scared, and the setting was dark. And okay, so I used to just hand the controller to my brother and be like, you play, I watch. And then give it back to me when it's on an easy part. And then you can play the hard parts again. Like, yeah. But now I can play. I want to play all of those that I used to watch because now I've gained the courage to play them. So I need to play all my nostalgic old games in honor of little Elia. Like, yeah, yeah. Majora's Mask. Even my brother didn't get very far actually. I remember because we never got past the first part. First off, I was really scared because that stupid moon was like, so like the original, the first part of Majora's Mask, the game is like, there's this big scary moon that's like gonna crash into the island and kill you all in like 3 days. And you have to do something about it. So me and my brother just ran around for like 3 days, constantly getting killed over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So all I have is a memory for, and then we just gave up. The moon shoes. Wait, let me show you the moon for those that haven't seen. The Majora's Mask moon could be an SCP in itself. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And tell me this isn't hecking. Why does it look like that? Look at this. And it was and then like each day in the game, it'd be like, it'd start off like this, and then it'd be like bigger and bigger and bigger. Can't quite now. It should be an SCP. It should be. It should be. Oh my gosh, that thing was terrifying. But yeah. Yeah. That it is unsettling, right? It's unsettling just to look at. I got unsettled just looking at it then. I'm sorry for the jump scare. Ooh. Like, yeah, no, it'd be a horror game for real. Okay, let's go back to the SCP. Okay, I was like, where the heck is it? And I remembered I opened up a bunch of tabs. Yeah, and you gotta bear in mind, me and my brother playing this, like, we borrowed it from our parents, so, we were, like, super young, you know? What's Visage? Also, I do want to play Silent Hill. I need to... Horror games. I want to become brave. Hi. Okay, no, back to the SCP. Back to the SCP. Tangent done. Okay, so they came out of the mirror. Dude freaked out, so they killed the dude. They found another guy that makes the same mirror color, and then they're going back in. Okay. So let's see. Team leader requests portal to be reopened, but it takes several minutes to find someone who can hold the SCP-093 and generate a similar color. When a matching color is displayed and applied to the mirror, the video receiver is visible, and all individuals report a horrific smell. Team leader moves through the entryway with control person redacted. The uniform and possessions of the escort team member who is left behind are present and recovered, but the member himself is nowhere to be seen and does not respond to shouts. Member assumed killed in action, and wireless receiver recovered. Control and escort return through the entry point, and mirror returns to reflective surface. Oh, dude, man got left behind. And someone took him naked. Ooh. Later, review of the recovered camera shows escort member redacted grasping at the air where the entry point should be, and then turning to look up at the oversized torso. A brown gel seems to drip off the creature as it moves, that disappears shortly after being dislodged as if evaporating. Several shots are fired at the creature's face with the automatic weapon carried by redacted that land in the face of the creature, causing a spray of less viscous brown liquid to pour forth from the wounds. Redacted screams obscenities as the face of the creature descends upon him, and the camera is pushed to the ground. The camera feed remains dark for approximately 65 seconds. before the light comes back and the camera films the creature crawling back to the expressway, pulling itself into it, then crawling in the direction it was originally heading. Redacted believed to have been absorbed by the creature and perhaps digested. This may have been an example of how these entities feed by direct contact with living material. Further study is recommended to be avoided on this issue. Returned ledger filed as redacted. Dang! Okay, dude literally got absorbed, but was like, not your clothes though. Not your clothes. Just your body. No clothes. Okay. We are now onto the yellow test, which I think is the one that matches this picture. Maybe this one looks pretty yellow, right? Yeah. Can't digest clothes. That's why you would just poop them out and still eat them, no? Yeah. Okay, so it says for this test, D-class subjects no longer authorized for testing. Testing focus has been shifted to data collection after analyzing the articles brought back from the previous 3 tests to better understand the fate of the world accessed by SCP-093 and determine if safeguards or practices are required for our own world. Analysis of the brown fluid on the clothing of the lost escort team member Redacted has been filed with other recovered articles. Dr. Redacted has volunteered for this test as out of the possible candidates, he was able to cause SCP-093 to undergo a new color change. Now, there is no evidence in Dr. Redacted's background or any illegal or criminal behavior, nor of any psychological... Imagine having no psychological problems. What the... So, how? That's gotta be a lie. That's gotta be a heckin' lie. Mate, you ain't out here saying you're heckin'... Dude, have you ever just like been outside, looked at other people and just been like, how are they being, how is it for them being normal? Normal without any problems. I'm sure a lot of them do, but there's gotta be some out there that don't, right? Like, just never had an espresso depresso, just chilling, like... Is it real? Is that the real SCP? Another SCP, just a normal human being. And I feel like it'd be like a heckin' rare thing to find. Like, look, I found a human, and it's not traumatized. What? No way. Yeah, this one isn't traumatized. No issues. You're messing with me. Nah, I'm not messing. Look, it's smiling at me. That's gotta be SSR. Like, yeah. He can lives a healthy lifestyle, exercises, like chilling. Imagine. Wow. Okay, so for this test, when presented to the mirror, the view changed to that of a cubicle office environment. Okay, Mr. Normal here. For the test, Dr. Redact, I'm kind of tempted to call him Dr. Normal, opted to use the wireless video system and forego the pulley return system, stating he was confident he would be safe as none of the torso creatures have been witnessed within a building where the mirror's destination showed. Video feed commences after Dr. Normal has crossed the mirror. As with prior tests, SCP-093's current color, yellow, tinges all the color material. Yeah. Yeah, wait, you're right. There's a bunch of children out there that aren't traumatized. That must be nice. What? Ooh, dang. Yet. No! Don't traumatize the children. Don't traumatize the baby. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so the camera flickers to life and pans across a series of white cubicles. No, a series of plain white cubicle constructs with approximately 30 visible. At the far end from the point of entry is an office module built into the wall with frosted glass walls and a glass door. Dr. Normal approaches this door and investigates the etched writing on it. Senior Manager Stanley Millimitz. The door is unlocked. Dr. Normal enters the office and examines the desk. A coffee cup is on the desk, a dark brown stain covering half of the inside as the liquid is evaporated. There's a donut on a plate, which Dr. Normal picks up and lobs at the wall. Sir, excuse me. Not the donut. Why? On impact, it thumps like a rock and falls. A file cabinet in the corner of the room draws Dr. Normal's attention, and he goes through each shelf one at a time, stopping in the second drawer and taking out a file, then going back to the first and taking out 2 others. Continuing to the third and fourth drawer, he withdraws 4 additional files and spreads them all out on a desk. The files are blue filing folders, and he points with his finger and camera at a symbol on each of praying hands, stating aloud for the camera that all files are stored in yellow folders. The blue folders are placed in his field kit. Wait, what? What? Are they blue or yellow? Is this the hecking stupid dress thing all over again? Okay. Wait, what? So the camera sees blue, but he is like, nah, it's yellow. It's yellow. Okay. Camera attention is turned to the PC on the desk that is logged in and functional. Dr. Normal comments aloud, wondering whether these devices are getting their power from, as he noted no power outlets. This PC's desktop contains the logo of Fateful OS and even has sounds. Clicks of the mouse followed by the soft hymn-like hums and opening of icons followed by angelic bells. This hecking religious-themed operating system is wild. Hecking ding-dong. Oh, come, all ye faithful. Can I install this? This sounds great. The PC fails to yield any useful information to Dr. Normal, who abandons it and leaves the office. Approaching the other end of the office floor, Dr. Redacted presses a button on the wall for the elevator and enters, finding he is on the 34th floor of a building having an unusual number scheme. The keypad layout goes from minus 115 to 115 and includes all floors. Before pressing a floor button, Dr. Redacted requests that the wireless video transponder be moved to the elevator and replaced with a construction cone to mark the entry point. A second transponder unit is placed outside the elevator, and Control is instructed to recover the second unit and seal the test chamber should something happen to him. And then all is arranged. He presses the button for floor minus 115. Oh, we heckin' dropping it down. Heck yeah, that's the one. That's the floor I'd go to, guys. If you saw an elevator and it goes down to minus 115, you heckin' smashing that button, okay? You heckin' going down. We dropping it. We dropping this elevator. We're going to the depths of hell. Let's heckin' go. Yes. The descent down the elevator is long. 15 minutes! Guys, I'd have fallen asleep in that time, okay? Like, if there's a monster at the other end of that elevator, it's gonna like bing bong open and I'm gonna be there like, oh, it took too long. I died of boredom. Now during this time, the camera experiences one malfunction where the image jerks and turns to snow, restoring to show 14 other figures in the elevator with Dr. Normal as video pans around, all of whom move as he moves to allow him space. They remain for 35 seconds, then the camera flicks to snow and returns. Dr. Normal is now alone in the elevator, dancing as consumed by the ducks and sways of the video. What? Dude's dancing! Dude's dancing while hecking haunted. Like, this guy's like, heck yeah, where them donuts at? I'm gonna eat some more at the walls. Bing, bing, bong, bong. Ooh, Dr. Normal pauses to comment on a rising stench coming from below. At this point, the elevator has reached floor minus 108. Dr. Normal presses minus 110 to interrupt the descent down and exits when that floor is reached. Dr. Normal's hitting that gritty. No! Guys, is this what it's like to be normal? I don't know. He's chilling. He's taking chilling, guys. Okay. So we're at floor minus 110. The elevator doors open to an enclosed observation deck with several PCs and chairs. All PCs appear to have power. The ceiling to this deck is also glass, and above it another deck is visible. Dr. Normal approaches the monitoring station and checks one of the PC screens. On the screen is the fateful OS logo, heck yeah, and a video feed toggling between 4 different views. The first view is a room of tubes similar to those found in Test Violet, which number in thousands. The second view is a closer-up of these tubes as the camera glides in front of each to monitor the contents. All tubes the camera passes by are broken. The third view is facing the opposite direction as the camera glides vertically, checking each observation station. A total of 10 can be counted, and Dr. Normal is visible as the camera passes by his own station. Looking up, a hovering camera unit with no visible means of propulsion glides up past him. The fourth view shows the ground floor below the observation deck, where a single astonishing large torso being is crawling in circles, bumping into walls and changing directions. From the camera feed, the creature's estimated size is 6 stories. Now, returning attention to the contents of the PC, Dr. Normal moves the video log aside to see a simple text editor that was hidden behind it. A printout of this text was recovered and filed in the field kit. The printout directed Dr. Normal to a safe on floor 54 and provided a Ayo! It's like a game! It's like literally like a game. He's got the safe with the numbers on it. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. For free. A safe with the code. Also, Angus Barrington, arigato for the 5 gifted members. Thank you. Arigato. Ooh. He proceeds. So we've got the, safe on floor 54 with a combination. So Dr. Normal leaves the observation deck and proceeds to 54 without a vent. Dude hecking beelined it. He was like, bet. Off I go. Like, let's hecking go. Floor 54. I'm going instantly. Screw floor minus 115. I'm going to 54 for my safe. So he arrives to 54 without a vent and arrives on a cubicle old office floor. Wow, it's nice to meet you. Hello. Oh, I'm British. This accent's British. This is British SCP readings at your service. Okay, so we've got to the cubicles. He proceeds to the desk mentioned in the document and finds a safe hidden beneath a desk undisturbed. The combination provided opens the safe and reveals a notebook. Filed in the field kit, and a peculiar revolver has been returned as redacted, in addition to the 24 rounds of ammo found in it. Dude, this is so game style. Of course you would get info plus a gun. Like, yo. That's so hecking game style behavior. I want to code to a save, then to go to the safe, and I get the notebook and I get the gun and the ammo. Heck yeah. Okay. I heard freeze somewhere down the reading. What do you mean? I have to censor that heckin' word. Okay, so Dr. Normal, now with newly acquired loot, proceeds back to the elevator without a vent and returns to 34. He didn't even go down to the bottom floor. Yeah. Now, given the sheer number of floors available to explore and the vital information obtained from the observation deck, the test is considered over and the equipment is retrieved. Before returning through the entry point, Dr. Normal investigates a terminal nearby that has power and finds it shows the exact same screen as the one on -110 shows. It is theorized that the author of the note installed a network virus to propagate it through the building, so any PC on that network would be found and the information discovered. Now, Dr. Normal returns through the entry point, and the mirror returns to a reflective surface. All materials filed with other SCP-093 recovered materials, analysis of redacted and the ammunition for it postponed, for a reason that it would require deconstruction of one of the rounds and they may be beneficial until testing of SCP-093 is resolved. Okay, now we have the final test, guys. The final test. It's the red test. We gotta know this is gonna be our heckin'. Yeah, red is always the danger one. Yeah, the heckin' red test. Now, question is, what causes it to have that? Mike, arigato. Highly, come on, you at work. No, work. Ooh. But here's head pats and hugs from my cutest niece. Love you less than 3. Arigato. Head pats onegaishimasu. Onegai. Good luck with work. I hope it's not too stressful. Less than 3. Okay, red test. Let's see what kind of subject gives us red. SCP-093 was distributed among staff until a new... They all got to try out the SCP mood ring. I want to try out the SCP mood ring. Was distributed among staff until a new color could be generated by contact with it. Service Technician Redacted was able to cause SCP-093 to take on a fierce red hue and glow, much brighter than the object's normal color. Yo, Service Technician Redacted, what you been up to? Redacted agreed to assist with a test of SCP-093 per Dr. Redacted's request. Redacted given to Technician Redacted for use in this test. When applied to the mirror for the test, SCP-093 generates an unknown environment. No color tinge appears present on the display destination, which is composed of red stonework. Technician Redacted enters the mirror, and video capture begins. Guys, they should do a background check on this guy, right? Like, yo, why is it red and glowing? That's the real question. Okay, so the video flickers to life, and Technician Redacted, known hereafter as Subject, is viewing a large cylindrical pillar that is rotating on its own. Object is of unknown height and appears to be 1.8 meters, about 6 foot in width. Holes are distributed throughout the object at seemingly random intervals. On occasion, a beam of white light is emitted from these holes. And turning of the camera finds that the beams are connected to a multitude of objects similar to SCP-093 that are part of the room's walls. The room turns out to also be in a cylindrical shape with countless copies of SCP-093. Wait, I wonder if there's any image for this. Hello! Let's see, SCP-09. Red test. Oh, here you go. I found a picture for y'all. Ooh, red room. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, red. Yeah. Now the subject turns back to the entry point and finds it is a section of the wall that is missing its copy of SCP-093, presumably the one carried with the subject. Other sections of the wall on inspection are also found to be missing their copies, leading to a speculation that this may be some sort of central ray. Now subject finds a ladder in the floor while examining the room and proceeds down it at the control's request. There's the ladder! There's the ladder! Nice. Okay, so the ladder exits into a large, clean room full of computer equipment that appears antiquated compared to previous encountered equipment. Large computers running on reel-to-reels are clicking and spinning at various locations. A light bulb of unknown meaning turns on for 10 seconds and then turns off. And a large CRT monitor is displaying a single word in 8 colors at roughly 5-second intervals, while observed words clean, unclean, clean, clean, lost, unclean flash on the screen. Okay, well, we know it would flash clean for me. Your say-so idol, not stinky. Heck yeah, what up? The little ladder exits. Oh, yeah, I read that. Proceeding through the room. What do you mean, doll? You heck, you won't, mate. Proceeding through the room, it ends in a large glass window as another observation deck, and this deck looks out over another series of tubes as witnessed before, but far fewer and filled with a blue liquid. What appears to be electrical current dances over many of the tubes at erratic intervals. At least 5 tubes at first glance are empty and broken. The observation window, a keyboard is present on a pedestal awaiting a selection to be made. The options available on the screen are Tube Status, which waits for numerical input. Reports. Situation X549. Situation X550. Evacuation log. Bullshit. Agent redacted report. And facility fire plan. What are these options? It made me swear. Cry. And then video expunged. All selections that generated text were transcribed by the subject and verified by a control member, who passed through the portal to recover them. This process took approximately 2 hours, and video feed was deleted to condense the report. Recorded documents are filed as redacted, video interrupted. Now, the control lost contact with the subject approximately 30 minutes after departure of control tech. Subject was asked to remain in the area and observe the machinery and the containment room to make observations for debriefing. The SCP-093 mirror portal returned to a reflective surface prematurely, and all video contact with the subject was lost. Control was unable to re-establish due to SCP-093 being across the mirror, and a time lapse of 1 minute and 48 seconds was recorded before the mirror portal re-established itself and the subject returned through portal. Suspicious. Subject appears to be in good health and condition despite the time loss, but spoke little. Now, during immediate debriefing, subject underwent sudden convulsions and medical staff was alerted. While attempting to subdue subject, he displayed enhanced strength and used redacted to shoot one of the debriefing staff, killing them. Guards shot subject once with a sidearm in the heart and once in the chest, but subject did not fall. All staff evacuated the room and a second shot was fired by the subject, which missed. A more heavily armed team entered debriefing room and used automatic weapons to dispatch subject. Reports confirmed that subject did not bleed when shot, but instead leaked a green-brown substance that seemed to be a mix of solution observed in the containment tubes and materials recovered during Test 3. All further SCP-093 tests have been discontinued while review of material recovered is in effect. A secondary tape recording device was found to be activated in the field kit after the loss of the video feed, and its contents have been filed with other recovered material. All recovered material for SCP-093 testing are Level 4 clarification. Release must be approved by no fewer than 2 Level 4 personnel. Okay, so what the heck happened? Why did they become the Hulk? Okay, we have the recovered materials of the documents. Now there's quite a lot. Okay, let's read this. Because one of the recovered materials is the... Wait. Where's the red test? Oh, these are the red test PC printouts. But we never get the We don't get the video feed. But I wanted the video feed. Ooh ah. Ooh ah. No, audio log. Okay, but there's a lot of... Let's read these. These are some stories of the recovered material, okay? So, the first one is from the Blue Test. It's a newspaper article they found in the bunker. And it's... Most Holy Father announces progress. Unclean being cleansed. A rare public address directly from the Most Holy Father of the United Lands of the Sun has declared that the Blessed Militia has driven back many of the unclean who are skulking our lands now. New Rome, our capital, has been purged of the unclean, and citizens are encouraged to come back to their homes. Citizens who live in the surrounding countryside should not return to their farms, as the unclean still roam the fields and plains around our glorious city and continue to grow in size. The Blessed Militia has developed new weapons which have proven capable of punishing the unclean and driving them back into the unfertile lands. Construction has begun of a system to permanently close the unfertile lands off from our blessed lands in each effective area once the unclean have been driven away. The Most Holy requests that all citizens of our united lands bow in prayer and offer teeth to recognize the sacrifices of our blessed militia in these troubled times. Reports have been coming in that falsely accuse the Blessed Militia of having committed sin against citizens whose home they are inhabiting as they travel bravely through the contaminated lands. The Most Holy would like to remind the people that blasphemy against any who wear his mark is the most grave of sin, and unfounded accusations will be punished accordingly. We should work to support he and his men however possible, just as they lay down their lives for us, the sinful rebels who... And then it cuts out. And that is the end of the article. Okay. And now we have the newspaper articles from the farm. Okay. That was a nice little bit of propaganda. Heck yeah. Thank you for telling me how to pronounce it. I don't see militia. Militia? Is it militia? But it's got an "ia" at the end. Why is it pronounced militia? Hey, I want to say militia. I want to pronounce it how it's spelled. Plain. Yeah, dang English, the language. How dare it? Okay. So, the newspaper articles and a diary were recovered from the Green Test farm. Okay, so we have newspaper article 2. Farms surrounding the city of Silver Feathers have reported being unable to contact neighbors across voice or video feed in the last week. Until an approval is granted by the regional High Father, an investigation cannot commence, but he assures the people that these events have not escaped his attention. Residents are advised to notify their local Blessed Voice daily, so any further disappearances can be addressed immediately. Residents are also advised to begin stocking their shelters to be ready for any situation. Okay, and then we have another article. Following the disappearance of the Blessed Voices from several outlying regions around the city of Silver Feathers, the regional High Father has declared a concern for safety and livelihood. Under this declaration, all farmland residents must evacuate immediately to their shelters. Scattered reports of an unclean have come in, but have yet to be verified. I feel like a news reporter. Teehee. Wow. Okay, news article 4. The city of Glorious Song has stopped responding to any and all communication. The worst can only be assumed, and our hearts go out to any who are in the region who are unable to hear our words. The city of Silver Feathers' Blessed Militia has reported several incursions by the unclean into the city and have exterminated 4 of the abominations before they could become a danger to any residents. The regional High Father reminds citizens to avoid direct confrontation with the unclean. Conventional arms do nothing to the unclean, and only the most holy implements will penetrate their sin. So do not put yourself in danger. Any citizens who suspect their neighbors indulging in heavy sin should immediately contact the Blessed Militia through designated checkpoints. Okay. Dang. Report your neighbor for sinning. Yo, but snitches get stitches. Yo, guys, don't do that. Too much sin, become unclean. Nope. What is sin? I'm too clean for that. Say so idols don't sin. Unless it's arson. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Arson is bad. Okay? No arson. Put the fire down. Put it down. Okay. So the next one is a diary. I don't know what kind of character the diary is. Okay, it seems to be a husband, a guy with a wife. Okay. So date redacted. I have a distinct feeling we're gonna die, so I'm gonna write this all down now. Oh, it's a farmer! No! Oh no! Wait a minute! I have a distinct feeling we're gonna die, so I'm gonna write this all down for whoever comes and finds our bones. My name is Herverf Jaculsiv, and I'm a farmer. And I grow the rab sticks and the huskers. And we raise the inks and the ooms. It's me, my wife Ofri, and our two little uns, Trevin and Listeria. Now I got this book in trade from the blessed man who came by for food and shelter, and he told us to start getting our shelter ready, and not to let no other blessed who come by even know we're here. Says the whole thing break down. I think it's supposed to be American farmer. Let me do American farmer. Break down nothing. Wait. Says the whole thing break down nothing right no more. So I does as he said and got it all ready. We going down there in the next day or so. Well, in the morning he was gone, which made the wife sad as he was polite to us. Unlike most of the others. Figure he didn't want be no burden. Liz went out looking for him to be sure he weren't just around the house. This is so difficult. I'm so sorry. Okay, next. Redacted. Date redacted. He didn't turn up nowhere, so we guess he left. Strange enough, Liz found his clothes round a mile or so away, and all his gear, but no him. She left it all there. That's for the best if what happens that, I think. I'm clearly no educated man, don't claim to be, but I can put two and two together and tell you that things are bad out there. For everyone, and especially for us, 'cause it's coming way too close. Sometimes you can smell it, and that's when we hide. Smells like the leg of meat that's been rotten for way too long and just won't go back into the dirt. And even the soil is rejecting him, I guess, refusing to let him be buried to die. Okay, next entry, redacted date. It came too fast and we weren't ready. The smell came in the night. Maybe we would have been fine, but the little uns were afraid, so we went to the shelter. And Trev was slow and he saw it, kept staring at it as if shambled by it. And it ignored us until he screamed when I was getting Liz and the miss down in the shelter. And I went to get him, but it was too fast. I saw him standing up there screaming. And then his head came down on him and pressed over him. And he tried to run for the stairs and tried to get to us, but then in a blink he was gone. It pulled away. And his clothes fell into the cellar like he vanished out of them. And I got into the shelter and slammed the hatch and locked it, and I think I know where we're here now. I'll try to get in and take us too. No telling how long we got. Plenty of food though. I was wrong. Food's rotten. Something's got into it, or I just didn't notice. I mean, we're eating what we can, but there's food, but not enough, and that thing ain't leaving. It's trying to find ways in. Smelt the smell coming from the life web plug in the wall. Something seeped through it, and we kept away. It got all hard like a rock and don't smell no more. Maybe the power in the plug finally let it die. I went up to peek. The cellar is fine. Trev's clothes still on the stairs. Peeked outside. We're not gonna make it. There were 10, 20, 30. Couldn't count. So many all going in a circle around the house. Looking at it with those faceless faces and the stink. Oh, the stink. Went back into the shelter and locked the door. I think I don't want to see my family rot away. I think faster's better. And the miss, she agrees. I mean, we won't tell Liz. She'll be first. Then my wife, my love, and then me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I gave the best life to my family possible. And it was them holy ones who brought this. Now I'm gonna pen this in memory to my great pop. Now he was old and knew stories older than himself. Says those unclean they preach about, those unfertile zones, they say stay out of it. All 'cause of the most holy bringing in the world together. And them things are the ultimate sin. And everything about us that was evil and impure, it's them. They don't know nothing but doing what they do. Don't even know why they do it, they just do it. Take us into them and then we're gone. And I asked Pop what they were, and he lit a stick and took a puff, and he said, "Don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody who'll admit it. But if you see this symbol, if you see it, you run, boy. You run fast, you run far, and you hide, and you never go back to where you saw it. That's all I know." And I remember the symbol was on the rock he kept around his neck under his shirt. Next day, Pop was gone. Nowhere to be found. Dad weren't sad. Said he knew it happened one day. Pop went home. See you soon, Dad. Pop. Okay, and the symbol that it talks about matches the symbol on the SCP-093 surface as one of the deeper engravings, and also matches the symbol noticed on the video feed on the final test on SCP-3 duplicates. Ooh-wah. Ooh-wah. I hope I read that one okay. My accent's hecking awful. Oh dear. Oh hecking dear. Yeah. Hi. Welcome on in. That was my attempt at some kind of farmer accent reading. That's so sad. Another man got left behind, but this time it was his son. No. Okay, now this is the office ledger. In regards to those sinful patients. Okay. So we have patient Jennifer McZerka, recovery tube 001-1, mixture 35% tears, 30% nutrient, 10% HFT, 25% blessing. Summary: Jennifer McZerka is 20 cycles of age, and during her 18th cycle was the victim of a hoveride accident that resulted in brain damage and misalignment of her moral processes. She is prone to violent outbursts and can only be calmed down by impure stimulation. Yo, what? Because of this, she actively seeks out strangers to mingle with, and her parents have requested of the High Father that she be sent to the tears to mend her mind and body. Patient accepted. So wait, she got hit by a heckin' car and then she's a hoe? Oh, hold up. I have so many questions. During preparation for the tears, subject went into a rage, and the attending hand went to recover a sedative. Jennifer tore her clothes off and screamed impure words at me, so I locked the door and instructed the hand to wait outside. I am half shameful to admit that I laid with Jennifer a total of 7 times before putting her to the tears. Okay, mate. 7 times? Not even just like once, 7! Sumimasen. Oh my gosh. Dude! What? It has been very long for me, and her parents have abandoned her to our care, so care for her I will. Dude. Before setting her to the tears, I authorized a blessed probe of her body functions and found she is settled now with young, and tests confirm it shall be mine. Oh my god, this is not what I was expecting! Oh my gosh. The first 5 weren't a fluke to make sure the 6 is a simple number. Oh my gosh, I don't think that's what the parents meant by take care of her. Oh my gosh. I have mixed her bath to accommodate this, and she will soak in tears until her body is ready to give life. Yalbe. Yalbe. Okay. Patient, none. Recovery tube 0012. Mixture none, summary none. Okay. And the next one, patient, Halberius Farafan. Recovery tube 0013. Mixture 80% tears, 20% nutrient. Summary. Halberius Farafan is a farmer from outside the city of Silver Feathers who claims to have lost family to the unclean. He confronted the High Fathers of the city and demanded compensation and retribution for the loss. The High Father denies the existence of unclean beyond the unfertile land and refuses compensation or retribution. Halberius struck a High Father and was arrested and sentenced to a cleansing of the soul. Hey, that was different from the story before. His mixture is primarily tears to seep into the soul and cleanse his heart and ease his pain. The lawkeeper state his family is indeed missing, so his sentence beyond the tears has been dropped in sympathy for their loss. I used the loss of the HFT on Jennifer, or I would have used the tears in his bath. 80% is higher than I am comfortable with, but the HFT is becoming hard to obtain. I may have to go through the dark. Okay, and then this one is patient, and then it has like 2 arrows pointing in like opposite directions. We have an advert. I'm gonna pause for a second. We do our 3-minute pause. Damn, you guys are right. This is a long one. Like, this is a hacking long one. It's ad break time. Ad break. Yeah, wait, but that second one is odd. This one's super long. It's really, really interesting though. Like, I hope you guys are like invested in like this as much as I am. Like, I'm enjoying reading these like extra materials. It's very fascinating. It's like, what is this mirror world? A whole new world. Yeah, in the mirror with SCPs and heckin' things with arms. Like, ooh. It's like, yeah. It does sound like it'd make a really good game. I'm just saying. Like, actually, there's a lot of like SCP inspired games out there, right? Like, yeah. I think what I'd love to do is keep doing like SCP readings, and once I gain like enough knowledge, play like a SCP related game. Like, But I love these like more like, what's the word? Like because it has the camera feed part in it, it like it's got like the narrative isn't just like informative, it's got an actual like story to it, you know? And I like it. It's like this happens, then this happens, and then this happens. Like that kind of like story like narrative is really fun for me. And then like with the diary entries as well, to be able to like read the stories and their feelings is like, I enjoy that kind of reading, you know? And then it helps me practice voice acting. I need to practice my voice acting. Hi, it feels so rusty. It's so heckin' rusty, yo. Okay, we got 50 seconds on the ad. Almost done. Yeah, I didn't think this would suddenly get sussy though. I'm kind of surprised by that. I'm like, what kind of cleansing thing? This sounds corrupt AF, guys. This sounds like a very, very, very corrupt thing. I'm a jiggy. I don't trust these tear cleansing, these heckin' religious cleansing. Yeah. No, I wouldn't bonk you for being honest. I know I need practice. I know I do. Heckin' corrupt, aren't they? Okay. Okay. Hello, welcome back for those that watch the adverts. We have... Yeah, the next 3 entries of the tubes are all the same, pretty much. They're like 75% nutrient, 25% blessing, a member of the blessed militia who was wounded in combat, and then there's no further details for those. And then there's no patient number, it's just 2 arrows facing opposite directions. Okay, now we have the diary in the safe. And also the PC printout from Dr. Normal's little adventure in the office. Okay, so, PC printout. I did not trust the Overwatchers. I felt something was wrong years ago. Now, under my desk on floor 54 is a safe with a weapon in it. It is one of those used by the Blessed Militia. My brother has sent it to me. He says they are not what they claim. They have done things to our fellows even more vile than what the unclean would do. And he tells me to be ready to fight. Now, I cannot. It is not me, and I do not know violence. I am too frail. You. Use it. Save yourself. Okay, so here is the diary in the safe. My name is Herval Tolois, and I am a hard systems watcher here. My job is to monitor the sinful who bathe in the Lord's tears, and then make sure that they reach the prescribed dilution time. And I have been doing this job for 23 years, and now things are falling apart. Ooh. And I can no longer abide by the most holy, and I must speak the truth. Now we are being told to evacuate. The containment tubes have been breached, and an unclean has appeared in the place of rest, and we are unable to destroy it. The live motion footage shows how it came to be, and this is what has unsealed my heart and mind and tongue, and I must speak. Should the Overwatchers see this, and I will be silenced, so I must hide it. Thankfully, they are ignorant with the hardware, so I can hide this easily. Now, the Overwatchers told us we should leave last, to ensure the hardware contains the unclean. What that means is we should distract it and die in case it breaches the watching decks. Now, it has shattered nearly all the tubes and absorbed the people in them. And I have dispatched the eyes of the unclean, and they have touched it, bringing me back a sample of it. The unclean are not sinners, and they are not products of our disobedience. I suspect they are us. The eyes have dated the sample, and it is older than myself, older than my elders, and it is over 200 cycles in age. 200! Now, the sirens are still sounding, but no signal has come for us to leave. Now, I do not think this unclean is alone. Now, I have seen how they can get into places and between places. Between places! Is that where they have been all this time? Between places? The makeup of this unclean is unstable. Molecules detach and reattach almost before my eyes, as if to move the entire thing reforms itself in space and time. But why does it not come up here? Is it too much effort? Does it not sense me? I mean, they have no eyes, no mouth, no face, and they cannot speak and they cannot see, but they must be able to sense us. Now, the smell, it is so strong, it comes from all directions. And it is not the smell of the dead. It is a smell that comes from something that should be dead but does not know how to die. Now, the War of the Holy Union, I think that was where it may have started. Now, we are united under the Most Holy, but what does he owe us? Nothing. We merely keep society running while those on high benefit. Is this not how it has always been? But now we are told we are pleasing the will of those above us in the clouds and those greater beings who gave us the power to live and prosper. And those who have never laid eyes upon, but are told we must revere. Lies. All of it. It must be. So I'm using the eyes to create a fluid to oppose the makeup of the unclean sample. Perhaps they'll cancel each other out. I will leave soon and store the rounds here. I cannot use my weapon. I am too weak, a man for this. I'll protect my family with my mind and not with my rage. We will be safe in the fields and I know where to go. I will go above now, to my family. I will leave the hardware running. I was told to turn it off, but this is where I defy them, and it will run, and this will watch, and the eyes will see for however much time they have. And someone will read this and someone will know and take the gun, take the fluid, and do not listen to the most holy. We did, and we are damned. Oh, okay. This is the redacted weapon. It's a revolver with 12 bullet cylinders. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Now we have the red test, the PC printouts, okay? And this is the final part. Okay. So, we have the facility fire plan. In the event of any emergency requiring the facility to be evacuated, all Clear 4 staff should report to Train Station 3 and use their vial to cool the evacuation train. Only one vial is required to cool the train and may contain any amount of tears. An empty vial will not cool the train. Clear 2 and 1 staff should remain at their posts until either 10 minutes after the departure of Clear 4 persons or until authorized by Clear 4 staff. Clear 3 staff should utilize the protective garments at their stations and weapon lockers before proceeding to the designated crisis areas as dictated by Clear 4 staff. That was a bunch of words that meant something. Yeah. Okay, reports. 3 unfertile zones have increased 25% in size in the last 7 days. Containment teams are not able to find any presence of unclean in these zones, but they are visibly confirmed as expanding. Clear 5 level high fathers have confirmed breaches in the holy chambers at each of these zones. All chambers are found empty, and it is believed that the unclean have breached containment of the holy chambers, dispatching additional guard to remaining chambers. Okay, now we have some situation. Wait, what is this? Situation X549. Expansion of Zone 64TO has been confirmed. Unfertile zone containment procedure in effect. Containment staff dispatched to site. This is the 10th report in 30. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go and skip these a little bit because I don't understand. This is just like reports, like observations. Okay, the evacuation log says evacuation in progress. Shuttle 1 away, shuttle 2 away, 3 error releases why shuttle 3 error launch aborted, proceed to shuttle 4 reporting delayed launch overloaded triag protocols engaged. Shuttle 4 reports passenger limit obtained preparing to launch. Why releases why us release why us what did we do why system detecting electrostatic activity compensating comp 10010111110111111 why were we hurt? What did we do? Why were we hurt? What did we do? System shut down. System restore. Purge of contaminated data in progress. Why us? Listen. Record 54321043992. Password. Forgive us. Why 555443322222222222222. System purge. Purge. Yeah, that's the stuff. Okay. I think the computer's borked, guys. I think it's a little borked. Okay. The next one is titled Bullshit. WTF is this place, lol? Okay, so like there are like people typing stuff here, so I'm gonna type too, lol. So like I found this rock in the pond by the house and it was all kind of like glowy and stuff when I picked it up. So I'm like, oh wow, pretty. And when I pick it up, like the pond, you couldn't see the bottom and it was like a weird room with like a glowy rock thing, lol. I don't know. So I guess I fell into it and oops, now I'm here and not there. And really, I'm kind of scared because like this place is kind of like a movie set. So it's cool, lol. There's some guy I can hear talking and he keeps asking me to come downstairs, but I don't see no door. And he keeps screaming for help too because I told him to eat me, laugh, and he won't shut up. And I guess I could try going back into that room, but it's so creepy in there, and I'm sort of scared I'm sort of scared to laugh. Oh, so hey, I found a door and it's like in the floor instead of the wall. So like, I'm gonna go tell the guy yelling to shut it up so I can go home. BBL. Okay, nice. Dang, again, poor punk fell in. It was written like that. I read it as it was written with all the likes and lols and whatever. I read those. Okay, and then the next one is Agent Agent Redacted's report. Ooh, my name is Redacted, and I am an agent at the Foundation. The year in my world is 1972, and I assume it is the same in this world. But from what I have seen, due to SCP-093, life on this world ended in approximately 1954. Now, I have used SCP-093 to visit a number of locales, starting and ending here in this center. I have seen the landscapes where no grass will grow. I have run from the unclean as they pursue anything they sense, and I have no understanding of how they hunt, but I have learned what they are. Now, approximately 350 years ago or so, this world experienced a technological boom ours did not. The source of this seems to have been the arrival of He, a godlike being of unknown origin. And he declared the world unclean and full of sin, and the only way to purge itself of this sin was to purge the sinners. A war. Whoever was left alive was clean. Amazing advances in science were bestowed to all cultures for a period of 10 years to prepare them for this war. And during that time, he disappeared. The war happened anyway. The instigator, the Holy Union of the Land, apparently the landmass that for us would have become the United States. Now, records are sketchy, and the books that detail anything about this time period are forbidden in this world. I located a cache of records of recorded history by following a series of corrupted computer communications, and it seems the primary weapon used for this war for his love was, in fact, people. People exposed to something called his holy tears, a liquid compound I have seen in use even today in abandoned medical facilities. His holy tears purge the sin from the unclean and make them love him. At least that's what the label states. While the records I recovered are very unclear about how this war was waged, except to state his holy chosen walked the lands of the sinful and took their sins unto themselves, and those who cried for his salvation received it, and now are children, and those who denied his love were purified in his radiance. But something apparently happened no one knew how to deal with. The unclean, the large creatures that are half man and devour whatever they touch that lives and breathes. I actually found a scientific report written by someone who stumbled here with a SCP-093 copy. And these creatures are the result of exposure to a very, very pure form of his tears, resulting in a genetic apocalypse occurring within the exposed. Now, there are terms in here. Something about quantum restructuring. I don't understand any of this, but it means they were once humans, like everyone else, that couldn't be controlled. But they could be contained. And they seemed to be attracted to his tears, and a central point was established in various regions where a person with the purest form of his tears stays, keeping the unclean in that area known as unfertile land. And something went wrong with that too. Not sure what, but everything fell apart. The power structure, the culture, the people, all of it fell to ruins, and now those things shamble around the lands as its new owners with no purpose or direction. And you can stand next to one if you can stand this stink and they just slip right past you. If you catch their attention, though, that's it. They move like lightning if they need to, or like a snail unless they have a reason to speed up. Sometimes, I think they chase just to do it. Others, they move to kill. Now, I think someone in this, I think someone is in this facility, or someone's. I keep hearing voices and requests coming from areas under the floor. Now, I want to leave this before I explore the facility any further. I have sent SCP-093 back through the entry mirror to seal that gate. These things can't be let into our world, nor should we have anything to do with this one. We're simply not smart enough to understand it all, I feel. I don't think the unclean can die. They're immortal, but they don't want to be. They just want to die. And they're in my head, I think. I didn't notice it till just now, but equipment in this room is starting to react to me. Words on the screen begging for help. I remember touching the tears, smelling it, tasting it, just a touch, not eating it, just, you know, touching it, like tasting for acidity. We have pretty stupid investigative procedure, I think. Yeah. Arigato. Like a goose, Hong Kong. The next part is, the High Fathers are alive. They have technology we only imagine in our comics given by him. Now, some of the records on this machine indicate space travel, but they didn't go far. Just far enough to watch the world fall apart and wait to come back and take it. But if they're up there, who's in this building with me? Now, I've seen the faces of the people, the unclean. They show up on the pictures cast by the machine in the room with me, watching me. And I think they're everywhere on this world, only seen by machines now. I mean, they don't look sad or happy, just curious. They want to know why. Why them? Why did it happen? I don't know. I just don't know. And they showed me things when I touched them, and it's not quite like the records say. The unclean remember it all. Every person they touch becomes a part of them, safe inside them, but dead to us. Every mind, every feeling, every terror, it's eternal to them. And I kind of want to join them, but too much to do. And they want me to find him, kill him. I mean, there was no war. It was him. It came from between the folds of time and space and the worlds and light and dark, something that is but should not be, slipped in and called out to them as their god. And they believed it, and they tasted it and touched it and laid with it and became its property and did its will. And it's still here. The SCP-093, it brought with it, pulled forcefully with it, built with it. I don't know. They don't know, but it belongs to him, and it lets him move between places, between worlds. So I broke it. I threw pieces of it away through the holes, so those doors are closed, just like ours is closed. I can't go home there. So what else can I do? It cools out through the rock. Somehow it knows where they are, but can't touch them. But if you hide the rock, he can't cool out, and he's stuck too. I got you, you son of a bitch! I got you! Bang, bang! I touched him with my fist and my gun, and he fell down, but he'll get back up soon. I'm sorry. I did all I could. Now let me sleep now. Please. Let me sleep. And then it cuts off. And that's the end. Yo, that was so interesting. Wow. Mission accomplished. Oh my gosh. Yo. That was super, super, super interesting. I really, really enjoyed that one. Oh gosh, that poor guy. Heckin' trapped, but he heckin' did it, guys. He heckin' smashed it. Let me move chat back down. Let me bring you back down. That one took a long time to read. So I think we're just doing one reading today, because I did ramble for like the first half an hour. But that took 2 hours, 3 hours to read. I do want to read more, okay? For those that are new, this is like a regular stream, okay? And we're gonna yeah, I'll try and do one every week with SCP reading. It should be the same day. I'm trying out a Friday slot for now. Usually it would be Thursday, but I'm trying out if I take a break in between my days so I can, not overwork myself. Yeah, and then normally I do take requests. What will happen for those on Twitch is a channel point redeem gets unlocked, and yeah, it's just first to, you know, first to redeem it basically. So yeah, if you guys are interested in more reading, I'll do one at our next SCP reading stream. Yippee! But you know what we have tomorrow? Tomorrow is our pun reading stream. Ah! Yeah, we have puns that are going to be submitted by chat. That's you guys. Yeah, starlings, bananas, silly geeses, gooses, honk honks. Yeah, and we're gonna read the puns on stream together, and it'll be wonderful, and we'll have so much to have pun, guys. Yeah. And then I did double check. So I looked at my calendar and I was like, wait a second. I think I forgot something. It's this. When's the date for this? Is this today? No, it's tomorrow. Okay. It's tomorrow. It's not today. Wait, I think I put it in my calendar wrong. Time saves. Yo, my calendar borked up so hard, guys. Okay, it's like I use like my calendar to like put in like all my streams and my collabs and whatnot, and I had it set to Japanese time, but for some reason it was delayed in updating to English time, because I thought, oh, if I just input it on my PC, which is in English time, surely the calendar will just like, reorganize it. It'll just do it right. But no, it then decided like yesterday, it was like, oh, yeah, dang, wait, we're not on Japanese time. Let's update this to like English time. But like, why was it delayed? So it moved all the stuff that I put in my English time, moved it to the Japanese time. And now I'm all confused because it assumed that I inputted it in Japanese time. But yeah. So that is we have the stream tomorrow morning. Okay, same time as this one, where we're gonna be reading puns. I'm so excited. And then in the evening at like 11 p.m. British time, I have a repo collab. There's gonna be like I have 3 repo collabs lined up. Yeah, that I've been kindly invited to. I don't know if I'm streaming my POV. I haven't decided yet. If not, I will post somewhere the POVs for those. Do I stream around the same time every day? Yeah! Yeah. I'm doing my best to be consistent. I need to check. It's 3 different groups for the repo collabs, and yeah, I gotta find it. I know one has my wonderful Kotatsu cat DK in it. Yeah. I think the one tomorrow includes Mizma. And then what's the other one? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. There are VODs for the previous SCP readings. They are on my YouTube channel. Hi. But yeah, you can keep an eye out for those. But yeah, no, my primary content is my non-collab content. The problem is, okay, I collab and my eyes are like, hey chat, you okay chat, hey chat. And then I have the problem where I have this habit, whenever I do collabs, I run off to like on my own in a corner to just chat with chat. And I know I would 1000% do that in repo, because it's so easy to just wander off and be like, Hey chat, how's it going? It's just me and you guys. Or like, you guys will be like, Elliot, focus on the game. We can see your eyes looking over at us. And I'll be like, I want to make sure you're okay because I'm not yapping to you. Like, so yeah, I have a slight problemo, a slight addiction to you guys that makes the collabs kind of difficult for me to do. And then I get like too, yeah, like I get too worried about you guys, okay? Like I'm just like, I just feel bad when I'm not talking with you, because I'm like, I've always said, I want my like streams to feel like, you know, you guys are like part of it. And the main thing that I worry about in collab is like, if I'm talking with someone, I don't want it to feel like you're just watching us talk and you're not part of like the circle, you know? Like, I don't want you to feel like you're watching in. I want you to feel like really a part of it, you know? And yeah, it's it's difficult. So I always get that worry when collabing. It's like, chat, 大丈夫ですか? 大丈夫ですか? You love being stalked by my Why do I picture you're going about your day to day, and then there's like a little goose just like, hello, 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 hello. 大丈夫ですか? Taking care of yourself, yeah? 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 But yes, sorry we only got to read one SCP, but it was a really, 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 really fun one. And I really, really look forward to being back at the same time tomorrow to read the puns. Oh my gosh, if you want a stream that makes you groan, I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. Time for Shakai. Hey. Hey, hey. Hi. Good morning. Oh my gosh, the timing just as I zoomed in. Hi. Wow, Blake, arigato. Daily reminder that Elliot is the cutest and most adorable Kamiyoshi ever. Though that's because I'm down bad for everything I'll ever help. I come up watch streams every day. P.S. You are cute. You are the only one who thinks otherwise. I'm not. I'm not. Okay, it's just people are very nice. Okay, people are very nice. Okay, I'm an absolute mess of a person. My goodness, like not cute. Wish I was cute. Okay. Okay, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I can at least appreciate all the other cuteness in the world. What? Sekai, you love my new model. Thank you. Yo, can you see? Can you guys see? What I love, one little detail that I love is like when I do a bigger smile, there's like a little blush. It's like super, super, super subtle, but it's like a nice subtle. Wah. Ah. You just noticed the stars? Yeah, they're reflective. Look, they got a little shine to them. Yeah. Wah. Wah. Banana. Banana's behind me. Underneath, below the table. Yeah. Yeah. And this smile. It kind of looks like I'm up to no good. I hope you guys like the smile. I remember when I first saw it and I was like, I hope they like it. It's an evil smile. Wait, which button would it be? Wait a second. I can't remember. No. Now I look like I'm up to no good. Heck yeah. Wah! Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Guys. I just want to tell you something. Guys. I'm gonna tell you something super important. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. I love spending time here with you all. Like, it really is a thing of like, you know, time flies by when you're having fun. And I feel like my streams always fly by. And then before I know it, I'm like, how's it been 3.5 hours? Oh my heckin' goodness. Thank you so much for bringing me this smile. Yeah. I truly love streaming to you guys so much. Like, it's so heckin' fun. Like, so thank you. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for you guys. So I just want to be like, thank you. And I keep working hard to make streams as fun as possible. I hope you guys like the SCP reading streams. I hope it's okay. Welcome on in. You've caught the tail end of this stream. I'm sorry. But I just have my little happy moment of being like, Samso, arigato. Happy 22 months. Thank you. You still look very cute. Yeah, I wish I was cute. Thanks again for the stream and thank you for all you do for us. Take care of yourself. Daisuki. It's like words are not sufficient. Okay, words are not sufficient. But yeah, honestly, okay, so last night I was really struggling to get to sleep because like my mind was just like freaking running on like all these different like ideas that I was having, and I had to get out my phone, like the notepad app. My notepad app is pretty much just content ideas. Like, literally, might as well just rename my notepad to things that I think will make chat happy. Like, I kid you not. I fell asleep on my phone, literally just trying to think of ways to make you guys smile. Cause like, it was like really on my mind, cause I know like a lot of people going through a lot of tough things right now. And I don't know what anyone's going through, like, for you guys, but you know, I just hope I can bring those little, just those the little moments where you can like forget everything in the world and just enjoy a little bit of happiness or a little silly moment. And we just be our little silly gooses, you know? And yeah, I feel like I want to work. I could keep telling myself I need to work harder. Cause yeah, I feel like everything in the world is in shambles, and yeah, so thank you for being here, and for those that need to hear it, thank you for existing. Okay. Yeah, and you're like, well, you don't even know me. I could be like a lurker or a Blood Squad punk. How would you tell me thank you? How the heck you point? Just take it as you just happen to be watching this stream right now at this time, okay? And you just happen to hear an anime girl say it. So consider it fate that you needed, you heard that when you needed to hear it, okay? Yeah. Ooh, SCP spooky blessing go. Wow, arigato. Happy 1 month, thank you. My phone went boom, so membership is a lot higher. No! Phone went, I can't speak. I keep wanting to pronounce phone, foom. Your phone went boom. I hope it's okay. Well, it's kind of Cheshire Cat smile. Wow. I mean, if I could be reincarnated as an animal, it would be a cat. Okay. I will go eat and rest and then probably work. And I will be back at the same time tomorrow. Super excited. We're gonna read puns. I'm so excited for what you guys have planned. I've not looked at it yet. My mods are looking through the form. There's a Google form that is on the YouTube waiting room and on my Twitter pinned message, I believe. And you'll also be able to submit during the stream as well. So I've been looking at, I only saw the first 2 that were submitted and they had me dying because they were so funny. So I don't know if my heart's gonna be ready for tomorrow, but we shall see. Death by puns is how I want to go. Yeah. Also, anime 1P, arigato. She says, not cute with that smile. You're gorgeous. Yatta! Wait, you, yeah. You're messing. It was your first time watching us. Definitely great. Gonna be. Thank you. It's an honor to have so much wonderful. Yeah. I always feel blessed when nice people join. Thank you. Poor mods. I'm about to lose my 2 honkers to groan-induced death. My honkers. No, not my honkers. For those that don't know, honkers are what we call my mods in this house, okay? Okay, for now, it is not a bye-bye. No bye-byes. As fun as it is to say bye-bye, no. Bye-byes suck. I don't know why I always say suck in such a lower tone. Really address the noise of it, you know? Bye-byes suck. So, if possible, if it's okay, if you like it here, could it be a see you? Can I see you again? Could I? It's your first time here? Oh, thank you for finding me. My energy is just happy, cause y'all make me happy. Hi. It's just me with a perma smile being like, yee! I get to live my dream of being an anime girl. Yeah! And yeah, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, good night, wherever you are. Okay, because time zones are my enemy. They shock. Wah! And yeah, the boop. You can see my lips go in. Boop. Okay. Wah! Boopa! No boob. Boopa. Recommend saying it. It's a really fun thing to say. Boopa. It's just fun. It's just a fun thing. Sometimes you just want to say words for the fun of it. Boopa. Tatsuko hamster dance. Arigato. Happy eating, moms. Thank you. Boopa. Nah. Okay. See you. Daisuki. Thank you. And